Hello and welcome to the fan cams. After the Blues beat the Giants in Sydney, 12 goals, 16, 88 to 9 goals, 11, 65. Unbelievable win, that one. That was as good as it gets. On the road after the bye, questions, was it real, was it not? An unbelievable performance by the Carlton Football Club. They were gallant. They were just so committed to the cause. They were connected. They were just absolutely brilliant. What a night. What an experience that was. Full of joy. And tonight, we are going to document it all. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the channel. And if you'd like to join the fan cams, please do not be shy. I'll put the link to call in. We've got a nice early start tonight, so we might, we'll see where this goes. The link to call in is now in the chat. So all you got to do is click it. We've got a pretty empty room to start with. I'm sure people will filter through, but I can't wait to talk about this with all of you. Let's get this going. Wait, Joe, is that you? Are you good? Joe. Hello, mate.
Keep it short and sweet. I'm at my sister's 30th. Up the fucking baggers. Good night.
Go Blues. That was amazing. All right. Pav, at the ground.
Oh, oi. I can't
How are
hear you,
you?
Terry. One sec.
You can't hear me?
Oh, my God.
You can talk.
Terry.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Talk to
Can't
me, mate.
hear.
What's going on?
Oh, mate, I'm just walking. I just yelled at some police officers now. I just yelled at them,
What do you
go
think of
the
the-
Blues.
What do you think of the game,
Come
mate?
on, yeah. Awesome, mate. Beautiful. I've got no words. I'm that ecstatic. I just walked past the Carlton besties in front of the gate. They were doing a live feed, and I just jumped on and I just hugged her and kissed her on the cheek. I said, "Mate, I love you guys. Go the Blues."
Nah, mate. That was
Just on a
special
high,
win, wasn't
man.
it?
Yeah, it was a special win, man. On a high. I thought we were sneaky chance, but at the same time, you know, going the Giants, it's a tough win. I spoke to you before in the Carlton function beforehand. Look, I always had belief. No matter what. Even in the dark days, I always had belief. But you can see I lost my voice. I've got bruises on my hand. I was punching a bin in front of me. I've got bruises on my hand. I was absolutely loving it, man. So, yeah, look, great win. Keep it going. You know, 5 in a row. Let's not get complacent against West Coast and Richmond. I think it's Haywood's or Ollie Florence 250th coming up. One of them.
Come on, Giants.
Okay.
I got some bloody Giants supporting here. Piss off.
Okay.
Piss off.
We'll get you on the next one.
You'll get us next year.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, awesome win, mate. And yeah, it was nice to see you at the pre-function. And yeah, I'll let you go because I am too ecstatic to even talk. So get all the other fans in, and love you, mate. Go the Blues, and let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Love you. Bye.
So good. So good. All right, Cam and Pete.
G'day, Terry.
How you going, mate?
Oh no, audio issues.
You can't hear me? You can't hear me? Can you hear me?
How about now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Nah, damn. Sintel.
I'll get you back in.
We're in Vietnam. Okay, get out and then come back in. Okay.
Joel.
Hey mate, I've calmed down a bit.
I need you to acknowledge that.
Yeah, well, yeah. Look, I mean, there was clearly you could see in the first half, there was. I mean, I've got my notes here, and I could just read them out, but it's. I mean, we can all really see that. I mean, it just frustrates me, and that's just everyone knows. Well, not everyone knows, but I just get I get a bit Adam Kingsley-ish, a bit of an angry man. But no, it's just thinking about the win, and I'm just very, very, very happy with Josh Fraser. I think it's a fantastic story for him, and look, it would be fantastic if he could take the role full time.
I don't even think we need to get to that point. I just think, mate, that I thought that was, given the context of the Giants having played last week, being a little bit more sharp, usually at the bye. I was a bit concerned about the first half before the game started that, we just wouldn't be as sharp. And I thought the Giants had come out strong. And, we got out to the lead in the third quarter, gave it up, and they didn't drop their heads. There's a different character about the group at the moment.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're around them a lot more than I am in person. I that's great, and I wanted to hopefully start doing that, getting back to the club, to feel that energy, if there, as you say, and because that's I mean, that's something you just have to feel for yourself. I mean, I've been in sporting teams and coach teams, and that's yeah. So that's what you're obviously picking up, and that's great. And yeah. So look, it's good to see our our senior players playing well. I think that's what the commentary picked up on. Cripps and Walsh and even Akers and Jagger's a star. I mean, I love him. We can have hopefully he's got a great bit of swagger about him, and I think that's what hopefully that rubs off on some of the players. I'm not sure if they have the personality that he does, but we just need to build a bit of belief. I mean, it's obviously probably starting to come, but we still have a bit of a way to go with that. There are most lapses in games still where that sort of shows, but yeah, hopefully. It's just frustrating when we kick so many points and stuff, and I think look, that could come back to haunt us in some games. But all that aside, I'll try and put that behind me. But
Joel, fire up, would you? Fire up.
Yeah. No.
Come on.
Yeah. Give me something. It's good. It's good. Obviously, I'm needing to fire up. I'm probably getting a bit of flack in the comments.
No, we love you. It's fine.
Yeah. Look, that's.
I like watching you resist it because it's hard to trust it, and I know knowing you, it's the premiership that really gets you going. But I think, and I don't necessarily think we're winning a premiership.
No.
But it must be said, 5 wins in a row in a season. I just thought tonight was just they were so connected to each other tonight.
Yeah, I mean that's there's so many things that you can unpack, I guess, and obviously, who would have thought 6 weeks ago we'd be here? That's what the commentary was saying. They were saying I was trying to say what firsts in AFL can we kind of think of, and this is probably one of them. I mean, what is the caretaker coach come in and haven't lost a game yet, and so there's certain things, but footy, you do, and it's sport. You can quickly get back to reality. You can be quickly brought back to reality pretty quickly, and that's, I guess, you're picking that up in me.
Well, I'll just enjoy reality for what it is right now.
And I forgot. Yeah, I forgot you went up there, and so that was fantastic for you to have a good time up there. Yeah, so look, I guess that's all from me. I mean, I'm sort of not the What's the old? What do we used to say? What did you used to ask me? Is the
Are the Blues back? You said that.
Well,
we
yeah,
were?
yeah. Is the what's the phrase? The lift, the
lid?
the roof, the hat is what I can't
The
remember what
lid?
the saying is. The lid off. That's the one. That's the one.
No. The lid remains on. We just take things week to week, mate. It's literally a week to week process. Otherwise, we can't suffer. The biggest mistake we make is we think too far ahead. This is as staying as present as possible right now.
Yes, and I
you know.
yeah. Well, you've got your own battles with certain people in the media, so you've got a bit on your plate, Terry. I won't ask you about that, but
we beat Kate Corns. We beat Kate Corns. We beat Kate Corns. We beat Kate Corns. Anyway,
no, he's all right, Kate Corns. I mean, I think he's mostly pretty good at what he does. So.
Yeah.
But
Joel, anyway, I'm going to leave you there. I'm going to love you. I'm going to leave you. Smile, enjoy it, and I'll see you next week.
All right. Cheers, everyone.
See you, mate. You know what's going to happen. We're going to win a premiership one day, and Joel will be the happiest person, and you're all going to be saying, Joel, calm down. That's what's going to happen. Matthew has a party. Thank you very much for the $3 here. What a fucking win. Held firm, showed strong character. They really did, didn't they? They really did. They let that third quarter slip from them after having the momentum, and rather than drop their heads, they just kept going at it. They were bloody brilliant tonight. Dean Macbeth, thank you very much. You bloody beauty. It's fantastic. All right, I'm going to try the boys in Vietnam again. Pete and Cam. Let's do it. They're not there. We'll try them when they come back. I don't know. All right, let's go to Monster. I think he's at the game. Yeah.
I'm on the way home, mate. Just changing over at Lidcombe. Yeah, great game, mate. Really, really good.
It was
very, very happy. I mean, what do you say about Jagger Smith? Seriously, like he's doing stuff in front of me at the game that just cried crazy. Like,
yeah,
guy's a magician, and he's so early in his career. He is. He's clean pair of heels, just doing things that no one thinks he's going to do. Make space, gets the ball away.
Yeah.
I really loved what he did tonight.
Yep.
Nick Haynes, like, spoiled there in the final quarter in the pocket. Just nuts.
I thought he was. I mean, I'm straight after the game, obviously, so I haven't really looked at stats or anything. But just from the eye test, I thought Nick Haynes was just so big in so many moments tonight.
He was there. I mean, we've done really well with our Sydney pickups. I had this conversation with some of our supporters on the way out.
Yeah.
We've done really, really well. And yeah, Ainsworth did well in a couple of things I can remember. It was just a really good all-round performance.
Yeah.
And yeah, that third quarter when they came back and we got one before the siren, like that was the circuit breaker. Like that gave us the pressure release that we needed. Far out. Like, my voice is gone. Yeah. And look, mate, I'm sorry I didn't get to say hi to you at the function.
No, it's fine, mate.
But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And okay, as you just said to Joel, week at a time. We can't take our future games for granted.
Yep.
West Coast are not the West Coast of last year. And yeah, we need to play each game, focus on the game, and deliver the goods. So yeah, we certainly can go to 7 straight. It's possible, but we're not going ahead. We're going to look to next week.
Quarter by quarter.
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, look at the first half. I was really disappointed. We went back to the bomb, just bombing it forward. A lot of kicks was no one home. There's certainly, it wasn't a perfect execution by any stretch, but there's definitely good stuff there. But yeah, that's end of the third quarter, and then coming back in and kicking goals unanswered in the final. And even at the ground, we were looking at the clock going, I've still got like 10 minutes to go. And KO was showing 4 minutes or 5 minutes.
Oh,
and we were like, what? What? Huh? Are you serious? So I think there was a bit of clock drama at some point, because that clock went and went and went. Like, we had like a minute to go. We turned off KO, and it was like 3 minutes before the clock ran down and they actually hit the siren. But yeah, all in all, really, really good. Look forward to next week. We'll bank the 4 points. And the other great thing, we've beaten the team against higher than us on the ladder.
Yeah, mate, that was
So
an 8-point game.
We just need to celebrate it. Yes, we got the win. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. The lid must remain on. Because soon as we start talking about the lid off, that does when the team starts to go down the ship. So let's keep it, okay, let's not get a big head. Let's be happy, but chill. And next week, hopefully take another 4, and let's see where we are on the ladder. Like, what are the other games coming out at? Are we going to make, what does our end of season look like? What are the possibilities? I think once we get through the next 2 games, we can start thinking about that.
I actually don't think we talk about it at all. I think we just do the whole live in the moment thing. Like,
I agree, but
the rest will just take care of itself.
But we not to plan on it, but to know what's possible. That's all. Yeah, we need to know. Can we make it? If we can't, let's do the best we can anyway.
Yeah.
It's all going to depend on other results. It's not going to be us. And if we keep playing these tight games, we're not the percentage. Our percentage is in the toilet. But yeah, hopefully next week we do run away with it, and we put away a big gap, and that helps us a little bit. So that's a hope. Let's see what happens.
Well said, mate. You're
Terry,
a star.
great to see you up. Hopefully next year, better than the Sydney game for sure.
Yeah.
I only bought my ticket 2 weeks ago. I wasn't sure whether I could do it to myself, but we started going the right way. We got it, and I'm a happy man going home. Couple of scotches to soothe the throat, and look forward to next week.
Enjoy,
see you next time you're up.
Go Blues.
Cheers.
Love your work, mate. Gavin with the $31 donation. Thank you. What's the excuse from the media this week? We don't talk to the media anymore. We talk to the fans now. The tide's turned. It's bloody brilliant. Alistair G. Webster, thank you for the 10. The Freight Train, away we go. Polakis John, we will never lose again. He's up and about. All right, I'm going to try the boys in Vietnam again. Third time lucky. Yes.
Yes, Tez.
Yes.
Yes, we're on. Tez, we are absolutely lit. Come on. Here, we're going 7 in a row. And then the Hawks, I don't know. And I don't know what's going to happen. We're in the finals.
Lads, where are you? Can you tell me what's going on? Where in the world are you?
We're in Ho Chi Minh.
Let's go down the street so it's a bit quieter.
Amazing.
Yeah, so Terry, I've lived in Vietnam for about 8 years, and I've been an avid listener of the Blue and Raw channel for maybe 5 or 6 years. Never called in. I don't know why. Just maybe I'm a bit of a pussy, but finally on. And yeah, mate, it's I can't believe the turnaround. It's unbelievable.
It's
like
incredible.
5 weeks ago, we were dead and buried, and just out of nowhere, like the way we move the footy, like the risks that we take and the dare that we move it's just unbelievable. Like it can't just be Josh Fraser. Like, do you think it is actually Josh Fraser, or you think it's just the mental load has been lifted?
I think it's a bit of both. It's a bit of Vossi, it's a bit of Fraser, it's a bit of the mental load taken off. It's a bit of, I actually think these boys are empowered to be creative and they don't drop their heads when they make mistakes. They just keep going. And I thought that third quarter, the way that we moved the ball was the best I've seen them move the ball all year. They were just so clinical.
And there was no standouts. Everyone was good. Like, there was mistakes, but like they recovered. They just kept on going. It was just so good. This was the big one. Like, yeah, this was the big one. Like, now we have the next two. Confident there. I'm confident. We love it. We love it. We come here and we don't have a great record coming to this bar recently, but we're on. We're 2-2 now in this bar. We're coming back again next week, 10 o'clock in the morning.
That's it, mate. West Coast.
10 o'clock in the morning. And we're on.
Absolutely.
And we're going to be West Coast. You're going back to Melbourne for Richmond.
Yeah, I'll actually be. I'll be coming to Melbourne in about 2 weeks. So I've already locked in the Richmond game, potentially the West Coast game, and then hopefully my Collingwood mate is an MCC member, so I might get treated to the Pies game as well. So I just can't wait, mate. Like, never thought this would happen 5 weeks ago.
Here, 22 vibes, Tez.
Yeah, man. 23.
Oh, 23. Yeah, that's all I'm thinking. Like, this is the exact same. I think we won a few games before the bye in 23, and then we went into the bye, and then we came out firing. Like, it's the same thing.
Well, I thought tonight was the one. If you win this one, then it's so real, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I said.
I agree. Like, the Geelong game, as incredible as it was like, we've got a good record against Geelong. We were a couple of winners in a row. But after a few weeks, the dust settles, go to NG Stadium and then beat them. I reckon it's like, okay, this is real. And look, are we contenders? Probably not. Like, I don't think we're going to win the flag. But, I'm trying to be a realist here. But it's like there's no reason why we can't make a wild card, get a win, and then set ourselves up for the next couple of years. So it's good times, Terry.
I don't want to go to Brisbane again, though. We don't do well up there.
Don't get too far yourself,
mate. Anywhere,
I think they're going to finish in the wild card.
Don't worry about Brisbane, mate.
Yeah. No, hey, thanks so much for calling in, lads. I really appreciate it.
Here, we love your work, Terry. Mate. Thanks very much.
Mate. You're a legend. Hopefully catch you at the game, the Richmond game in a couple of weeks.
Come on, the Baggers!
Whoa,
go on, big man.
Cheers, Jerry.
That is as good as it gets. That is right there what Blue Abroad is all about. All right. Speaking of abroad, I got a guy in the UK. That's Riley. He's with me.
We've done it again. We have done it again.
5 in a row.
That was sensational. The maturity of that performance,
yeah, man,
I had not seen from this group in a very long time. It was clinical. I think the way the game evolved, where we were able to dominate at stoppage and clearance, of course, in contest, but the ball movement was, as you mentioned, at times almost Hawthorn-like, with the way we were moving the footy. And then the composure when they challenged to come back again. This is different. This is a different football team. It does feel like 2023. I'm glad we're taking it a week at a time. And I can tell you right now, nobody wants to play us. There is not one team in the cup that wants to play us.
And you know what we haven't done just yet? It's the game where, I mean, all the commitment to the discipline and the sacrifice and the team stuff is there. And, you know, not dropping your heads and, you know, being controlled and taking a minute off the clock when you need to. There's going to be a game. I don't know when. But the game is coming where it all comes together and we're accurate. Because I thought we left 5, maybe 6 genuine gettable ones on the table tonight. And that'll come. Yeah.
I think they were talking about it during the coverage. Not that you read too much into expected scores. We would have won that game by 8 goals. If we scored basically to expectations. So that's I guess something to continue to address. And I think, that forward link up continues to improve. I think, what you said at the start of the year is really pertinent with this team just hasn't played together. And now they've played, 10, 12, 13 games together. They're starting to know their running patterns. They're starting to know the way they link up and the nuances you have when you play with new teammates, and you're starting to see that chemistry come out now.
Do you know what was one moment tonight which reminded me of exactly that, which would not have been there in opening round? So Ben Ainsworth didn't mark the ball. I think it might have been it was actually the first goal of the fourth quarter. So he didn't mark the ball, but he knew he wanted to turn his opponent into the corridor because Hayward was on the outside. And he just knew exactly where Hayward wanted to go, and he knew exactly where the ball needed to go in front of him. And yeah, just as you said that there, it just reminded me, they're starting to really get that telepathy about him.
Yep. And, it's a really powerful thing. And I've got to say, since Fraser's taken over, the games that we have not played with Jacob Wiedering, the back six have been sensational each time. Now, it helps when there's pressure up the field, which goes without saying, but thought after a pretty shaky start, I thought Dirksen grew into the game. And for someone who hasn't played key back really any of his career, he stood up. I thought Nick Haynes was probably in our best 2 or 3 on the ground, to be honest. Is he one of, and I say this because obviously our win-loss record over the last 2 years hasn't been great, but is he one of the best bargain recruits we've had? We got him for nothing.
Yeah, no, he absolutely is. He's what he does. Look, class is permanent, isn't it? And he's obviously not the best version of himself. He's not at his most springy and athletic, but he's just a veteran. He's just such an experienced head down there, and especially on a night like tonight where Wiedering's not there. Like, if you had told me at the start of this year we'd win 3 games when Wiedering didn't play, I would have said you're batshit crazy. You're absolutely crazy. And I think because you've got
especially against the forward line that's got Hogan, Cadman, Toby Green, Brett Daniels running through that. Which I think is, if I was the Giants, I'd be pretty concerned with where their direction's at the moment. But that's just me. But that's not what we're talking about today.
Can we talk about Billy Wilson's chase down tackle?
I was just about to mention it. That typifies the change in attitude of this group. Yes. There's a minute to go. The game's over. And you've basically ran 50 metres to chase down in the forward 50. And, that's a real commitment to the cause. I think what is ringing true, and it's probably sounded very hollow early in the year, but you'd hear comments from Adam Simpson saying, the culture of the boys is really strong. It's a strong, connected playing group. And, of course, when you're losing, it doesn't look like that. But you're seeing that now. And it's really pleasing to see. Where does this take us? Who knows? Do I think finals is now absolutely back on the table? Yes, but as you said, it's 1 week at a time.
Yeah,
we've got West Coast next week.
So the reality is, we were 5-8, and we need to win games that externally we're not favoured to win. Probably 3 or 4. I think we've done 2 of them, and then obviously you've got to win the ones that you're quote unquote expected to. And so I think the most important thing is it's just back in our hands, because there's games coming up against the teams that are right there: St Kilda, Bulldogs, Collingwood,
even the Gold Coast.
Yep. Yeah. So it's all in our hands again, which is where you want to be. You don't want to be relying on other teams for your own fortune.
Exactly. And the important thing is all those games are in Melbourne against some of those interstate sides. We don't travel again for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that was our last trip. Oh my goodness. Yeah. That was our last interstate trip for the year.
Well, actually, maybe not. We might be doing one in September, but we'll wait and see. Can't get too ahead of ourselves yet. But no, it's very, very impressive. In a time where 2 months ago we were, I think, justifiably as a fan base in uproar at the club, I think collectively the way we've responded in the last 5 weeks on all fronts, from the board down, has to be more than commended. And at the very least, if we're sort of forecasting forward, we look at a hell of a lot better, proposition for potential free agents than we did 6 weeks ago.
Yep.
We look a hell of a lot better proposition for a senior coach if we don't go down Fraser direction, which I now think is absolutely live. You can't win 5 games in a row and not say this is at least a serious conversation now.
Look, all things are possible. The more that we win,
exactly. So it's a lot rosier, and I think that momentum. There is not a club in the AFL, good or bad, who rides momentum more than Carlton.
Yeah,
everything is just amplified. Enormously. So now we're in the good wave, and I reckon I'd be shocked when we play at Marvel next week. There's not 45,000.
Yeah, I think the crowd will be back now, back in full swing, full of belief. And hey, man, our Melbourne crowds, we gotta turn up. We got to show up now. That's it.
We do.
We won 5 in a row, and we've got to pack out stadiums again and blow the roof off this thing.
Yeah, and make it an intimidating atmosphere. That's our job as a fan base.
Yeah, so good. What a week.
What a week. You piss off Kane Corns. Carlton win at the Graveyard Stadium.
This man cried on television. This man cried on the telly. I promise you.
Oh.
I'm not making it up. He cried on the telly.
It was out there, dude. And, good to get up, mate. Good to see you with a smile on your face.
Yeah.
I know the first 2 months were awful.
Yeah. No, I'm just grateful and staying humble, but staying present. So yeah, thanks for calling in. Always good chatting with you, brother.
Good, mate. Go Blues.
Go Blues. That's Riley from the UK. Stelios Gimonidis. Hey, Taz, Billy Wilson or Joe Fonte? Jeez, good question. Maybe both. Wow, Billy, man. Billy's tackle at the end. It's fantastic. All right. Liam.
Mate, how bloody good was that?
Yeah, that was it's up there with one of the better wins of the year.
I know. I'm sitting here. I just can't believe it. It's like,
yeah,
did that happen?
Yeah.
I feel sort of in 2 ways about how the game panned out in general. Part of me feels like it was a real scrap and it was a super gritty win. But then part of me looks at it and goes, we kicked 12-16. So, we could have, done it a lot more comfortable. But I think, super, super mature, as a couple of people have said, but they had their run. They had everything going for them in the back end of that third quarter. And we've seen that obviously earlier in the year. That tended to be the period of time where teams would start to get their run on, was the back end of that third quarter. And, to go into 3-quarter time sort of pretty much level, I feel like, that was the position we were in earlier in the year. I had a bit of a lead, and then that lead comes undone at 3-quarter time, and you're sitting there going far out, But I backed the boys, and I thought, they've cut the lead back. They had everything going for them. But I still backed them, and I thought we were a bit unlucky. I don't know, man. Some of those calls were ridiculous. I don't know if you noticed any of them live, but I was like in genuine disbelief a couple of times.
Which one was it? On the wing bench side, they called Cripps holding the ball. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. Like how they plucked it out and I couldn't believe my eyes, because I don't usually fire up too much at umpiring,
same.
but when they compound, which was the other one? There was another one that was really
Let me
bad.
tell you. It was they kicked it into the middle, we kicked it into the middle of the field. I can't remember who it was, but I think it was Ainsworth was like in the line to mark it. Gets smacked from behind, falls to ground, and then it hits the GWS's player's arm and goes to Finn Callahan. Umpire blows the whistle like he's going to give the free kick to Ainsworth, and then for some reason just decides to pay a mark to Callahan.
And the
pays
advantage?
it a mark, and
get absolutely fucked. Yeah, they had all-time stinkers, some of those calls tonight.
Mate,
yeah.
And that wasn't the only two. Like, those are the two real, some of the worst I've ever seen. And there were so many times where, you know, because I'm obviously watching on the TV, and like you notice the amount of times in a game that the commentators sort of disagree with the umpire's decision and question, go like, that's a bad call and things like that.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, man, what is going on? And so, you know, GWS starting to play pretty well in that third quarter, plus these calls are happening. And I was like, you know, this is going to take some good footy in the last quarter to get over. And yeah.
So
it was,
I don't know about you. I went into the game always in the back of my mind thinking, not that we would necessarily be sloppy or sluggish, but I just felt for sure the Giants would be sharper because of the week that they've had.
Yeah.
They lost. They were disappointing. They had more scoring shots than the Saints. And yeah, like they're just more comfortable at home. And for me, the first quarter was all about just mitigating the damage. I guess I conceded that we would be down at quarter time. That's why I wasn't like, I know it was we were a little bit sloppy in moments and didn't take opportunities. And like there was all of that in the first half, but I did think we would always be better in the second half compared to the first. So once we started that third, that's kind of exactly how it played out. I didn't expect us to throw away the lead like that at the end of the third, but yeah, glad that Walshy, you know, straightened us up at the end of the third, and then yeah, just great.
Yeah, and like I was with you, like listening to your review early in the week, and I wasn't scared, but I don't know. I don't fear the Giants, but they're a big proposition. When you think of the Giants at their best, especially at home, you know, big bodies, you know, Finn Callahan, Clayton Oliver, and then quick bodies as well. And mate, like these guys put on 17 goals against the Brisbane Lions at home. Like they know how to play at home, and they can play some pretty bloody damaging footy. And I was like, you know, I think we'll be competitive and we'll give it a crack, but I thought that their run and their transition might just get us. But yeah, like we were good enough, and I think it was just such a mature performance. And you know, again, a little bit of a slow, inaccurate start, but we sort of were able to generate enough shots that it didn't end up mattering. And, you know, eventually they just start going in. And credit to them, like they started kicking goals, and yeah, that goal by Walsh was really big. But yeah, the couple of great performances. I thought Blake Acres was real good.
Excellent. Yep.
His run. He also looked a little bit sore as well. So to push through, I think that shoulder's just going to be causing him havoc for the rest of his life, probably. Yeah, you see him, he gets a hit on it every game, and he's always in strife. But the leaders, and you know, Newey and Hainsey were so big. Harry Dean, like, mate, just unbelievable. Like Cadman was nowhere, mate. Like he just pocketed Cadman. And you know, to the point, like I have that much trust and belief in Deanie. You know, he went off for a little bit with a little knock where he was winded or something, and I was like seriously worried. I'm like, far out, like no Deanie out there, like, you know, this is going to be tough for the defense. And it's like, this is a 15 game we're talking about. Like,
it's an 18-year-old kid, man.
Exactly. Like, you know, other play, like if Jagger goes off for, you know, 20 minutes, you're not too worried. Like, you know that the boys are going to be able to step up. But when someone like Deanie goes down, I was like, far out, it's going to be tough. And obviously they got through. But yeah, I'm happy for you, mate. How was it being at the game?
It's magic, man. Yeah, there was. I'll talk about it, I guess, in my review. But there was a lot of full circle moments for me. Tonight. Yeah, I was here 5 years ago.
I know.
I'll unpack it in the review. But there were quite a bit of magic in the air tonight. I must say that the people that I bumped into tonight, people that I'd seen that I hadn't seen in a long time, and then just to come here and see a win and. Yeah, there's just something about this week. It just felt like, I don't know, things are really moving. It just feels like things are moving in the right direction for the footy club as well, and starting to get in a roll. And I don't know, it's hard to really put it into words. Something just feels like it's clicked.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's on field and off field. And I think the way that we're carrying ourselves as a club and off field in general has gone in a new direction, and it's a positive direction. Can I ask you quickly as well? what you've been there a couple of times now. Is NG Stadium as bad as it looks on TV? Because I despise that stadium. I think it sucks.
So the ground condition is okay. Like it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a weird stadium because the way that it's set up, it almost invites wind to swirl inside.
Yeah.
It's a weird. I can't really explain it. It's a really weird stadium. In theory, it's good. Like they've got plenty of room from the boundary line to the edge where the seats are and a bit of elevation. Like that's good, but there's just. It's going to be really hard to build a proper connected club there with culture and history. Yeah. It's a look. They're brave for doing it. I don't know how it's going to go. I was at a function pre-game and Craig Drummond was there, the chairman of the AFL commission, and he was just talking about how important it is to get it right. Here in Sydney, and he was talking about how they've done pretty well in Queensland, and Sydney is important for them as well. So I don't know, but don't really care. Got the 4 points. Go home. Back to Melbourne tomorrow, mate.
To play there every week. We go back to the fortress.
Yeah, exactly.
Because whenever I'm watching a game at NG, I'm like, mate, this place just looks horrible. Like you say, a genuine graveyard. The top tier is usually like blocked off, empty, and then if they do open it up, it's just scattered. There doesn't seem to be much atmosphere, and it just feels very disconnected. And I feel as a player it must be tough.
Yeah,
like getting up for home games when it's like this, and then you see blokes, walking out to 80,000-90,000 every week. And
man, I'll tell you now, there are some. I saw the first half of the VFL. There are some kids at the GWS Giants that we should be going and seeing if we can go get them. Yeah. There's some players.
List manager, mate.
There's some players that are like, I think we should have a real good look at them. Like the ones that maybe I don't know if they're from Victoria or if they want to play for the Melbourne teams. But there's some ballers in there. But that's a conversation for another day. But man, I'll let you go. Thanks for calling in.
I'll leave you to it, mate. Awesome. Thanks, Tez. Have a great night,
mate. You too. Alrighty. That was a good call. David, hello from the WA Blues. Look like the VFL struggled. Any standouts? I mean, I watched the first half. I didn't watch the second half because I went to the function. But Flynn Riley in the first quarter had 16 hitouts, and he got his hand to pretty much every ball up, but there was no synergy at ground level. So they just couldn't capitalize on his dominance in the air. I don't know how his game played out in the second half, but I thought he looked really good. Ashton Moyer had a really good first quarter. He had 12 touches and he played behind the ball. Hard to really give you an answer other than that, but that was just my notes early on. Jordan Boyd did a shoulder, which was unfortunate. But Carlton Football Club Lover 69. Cots on the harmonica in the song "We Are So Back." What? You play the harmonica? Connor, hi Terry, could you put me when you can? Yes, I can, mate. I'll read through these super chats and we'll get you in. Marg Stubbs, I don't usually get this angry, but it's as though the same people who pay the umpires own the Giants. Corrupt organization. Oh, we were saying the same thing in the crowd. It was disgusting, some of the calls that they made. It didn't help at the time. We had been inaccurate and let the Giants back in the game, and the worst fear in the moment is, don't tell me that we haven't capitalized and the Giants are getting the rub of the green and it's going to cost us a game. It's a good call, Marg. Damien, when Harry Dean goes to bed tonight, I hope he remembers to take Cadman out of his pocket. Yeah, it was a good matchup, wasn't it? Two young bucks. Raptor, refs somehow missed Harry's mark, but we overcame the BS calls. W Blues. Good call, mate. Absolutely. All right. Hello, Connor.
Hello, Terry.
5 in a row.
Oh, yes, I'll tell you. 5 in a row.
On a bender. We'll go marching to
Oh,
September.
it has the bender. How did you know? Okay, how was the ground at Vegas? I didn't see the whole game.
Okay.
I saw the last quarter.
Yes, that's the only quarter you needed
And
to see.
So what I've seen that we had managed to do some goals.
Yep.
As far as I knew, I saw on the through the timeline that Will Haywood has kicked 2 goals,
Yeah, that's right.
and I saw some other ones that kicked 2 goals, but um, some some of those other players, I feel like that they seem a bit that maybe we managed to hold the lead, and we managed to hold the lead to a 23-point win.
Yeah, that was the important part, wasn't it? It was
It was a very
they
fun
were
this team.
they were controlled, which is something we haven't seen this team be. And when they needed to take a minute off the clock, they did. And that is a sign of a mature team who has a bit of game management about it, isn't it?
So yes, it was much needed as well. I was hoping so because I was looking at it and yeah, how did it get this win? Even though that I thought would have ended up trying to get it, but
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, I was
Are you going to be at
surprised
the game
we
next
did.
week?
Maybe we did better. Maybe we did win
Next
it
week is
next week.
Next week's at Marvel Stadium against the Eagles. Are you going to be there?
Possibly, but I don't think I'm sure. But I don't think that. I think I might
All
be
right.
there, but I'll be there in the next other games. But
All right. Well,
now I just want to say
we will.
probably
Yeah.
see.
All right. Well, mate, we'll chat to you throughout the week. Yeah. Hope you enjoy the night.
Yeah, so
Go Blues.
yeah, so then I'll then the Blues.
See you, mate. Good on you, Connor. Love your work. All right. Let's move along. Let's go to Aziz.
Mate, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Good. Got the harmonica out for Cots. Da 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 da. That was great.
Wait.
Honestly, it was just the fun of it.
Can you just fill me in? Cottrell played a harmonica before they sang the song tonight in the rooms?
That's correct. They follow him into the change room. Everyone's like, what's going on? And he does this like build up, probably for about a minute on the harmonica. Ends it up with da 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 on the harmonica, and then everyone sets off. So it was absolutely unbelievable. Never seen anything like that in my life. All of the commentators had no clue what was going on, but it was a good laugh, that's for sure.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Mate, well, speaking of Cottrell, so what a performance. What a selection. And then it just goes to show the difference when you rush a guy in who you appreciate in the team, but we rushed him in last time and learnt the lesson, went to the VFL, played 4 games, selection integrity, and then look how you get rewarded.
I agree completely. And I'm always a fan favorite. I think what he just brings to the team, which is great timing for where we're at right now, is just that fun and that energy and the connective tissue. So he's just the guy that everyone loves, I suppose, the one that can have a joke and brings that on the field. And honestly, I can't remember any other game this year where I've just smiled so much just at everyone's body language and how they carry themselves and just got around each other. And it's not just the big moments, as you know, it's just all those small little moments. And yeah, it was just great to see, I suppose. So very happy with that. Very happy with the team. I think it was also, I'll shout out Adam Chera. I think it was his best game of all season I've seen. Just got stuck in, knew what to do with the ball, held on to it a bit long a couple of times, but honestly just quite clinical and took his time with it. So shout out Ches for that too.
Connective tissue is an amazing way to describe Matthew Cottrell. I really like that.
Yeah, feel free to use it, mate. That's all good.
I will. That's a really, really good way to describe him.
I mean, just look over the years how much of a fan favorite he was. And I think you see him go through that injury and try to get back in the side and still bring that energy to the twos. And then he gets his moments, gets his chances to come in and make a splash, and he does. And yeah, maybe he might have surprised himself with his goal, and I think he surprised everyone, but it was just great to see. And, he does that celebration. It's like he's just back where he needs to be, bringing a life into the team. So, yeah, always been a fan of his, and I think a lot of us are, and just happy to see him have his moment. We've got our sort of cult favourites in this club. I think he's one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a few other guys that had interesting games. So I thought, I thought George Hewitt was arguably best on ground, if
Yeah.
not even an argument. I thought that was probably his best game of the year. I thought he was just so tough and strong. Harry Mackay, I thought Sam Taylor got the better of him early in the game, but that fourth quarter, I reckon Harry had 3 or 4 really critical moments where he stood up and made the right play at the right time.
Yeah, I think commentators were saying as well, it's like night and day between the versions of Harry and Mackay that we've seen. And I don't usually agree with them, but I do on this case. And when he's switched on, gets more involved with the ball, takes more responsibility for his actions, and just commits to the cause, he can get one up on anyone. So, very happy to see him finish the game the way that he did, scoring a couple of goals for us, especially ones that arguably was sealers at the time. And yeah, I think he's on when he's on. He's an absolute warrior and a beast when he needs to be. And yeah, it's just good to see him reap the fruits of his labour, I suppose.
Yeah. How's your
Harry Dean is quickly becoming my favourite player in a very long time. It's just I can't believe it. I really can't. And I think everything that needs to be said about him has been and is getting the praise that he deserves. And yeah, just to see after the moment that I saw that was a little bit off field was just how he got into Toby Green after he's literally elbowed or punched George Hewitt in the guts. Just got stuck right into him. And Toby Green's not someone you want to mess with that often, but he just got stuck in and no fear. And maybe that's just him coming to the league as a first year, seeing what he can prove. But I think he's just got that dog in him.
Did Toby Green, was it a reportable, suspendable offence? Like, was there something that happened specifically that he might get a week or two for?
The free kick had been sort of given
Right.
to us, and then he just was strolling down normal pace, like nothing has ever happened. And then as people are going by trying to give him a bit of grief, he just punched George Hewitt straight in the guts. And then that's when Harry Dean's retaliated the way that he did. So I'm not sure if the umpires saw it or maybe George tried to give him something for either pushing someone off or whatever happened in that play. But yeah, I don't know if it's going to be reported, I suppose.
No, because the debate that I was in, people were screaming out. What did the guy say? It was a great bit of sledging. He said, what did he say? He's like, I'll enjoy your next 2 weeks, Toby. Bed and breakfast down at like some hotel or something. I thought it was unreal.
Oh, mate. Wouldn't be the first time. Won't be the last.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was relatively okay most of the game, and then that he just does those moments that remind you who he is, I suppose. So, anyways, he's got his fans for that. Not one in me, that's for sure.
No.
But no, obviously, like just a very collective performance. Yeah, thought our first half was okay. I think, honestly, I'd love to see and believe that once it all clicks for Brodie Kemp, what we can actually do on the scoreboard versus what we managed to pull off in that first quarter. I mean, I was looking at it, we were like 1-6 to start, which was just a bit of a shame, but we just stuck at it. And, it goes beyond my belief as sometimes what this team can do. We just stuck at it. Other times in the year, we'd get into that position and just absolutely not follow up with it and kind of let the game go. So happy to see it all turning. 5 wins on the trot and a couple more to go, I think. And yeah, ladder position is great. We're not beating Collingwood at the minute.
Yeah.
So
Kemp's Kemp's an interesting one. I sense people for some reason have a lack of patience for him compared to other players. And he's one that gets people really frustrated quicker than most players. But I don't know, I actually think he's coming along okay. Now, at 1 goal 5, obviously he's got to take his opportunities and, he just has to. But he's had 6 scoring shots. So he's generating opportunities. He's playing well enough to put himself in the position. And I just think he needs to keep at it and that'll turn. It's got to be improved. But I like that he continues to put himself in the position. And I hope he doesn't drop his head too much at the, 1 goal 5. And, obviously there'll be times where it might cost us. And that's just the way that it goes. That's the journey of improving and getting better. But I actually think he's, considering this is the first season after an Achilles, I think he's coming along
for a fair bit as well.
Yeah,
completely agree with you. So completely agree with you. And settling back in, finding his moments, and when he gets that cohesiveness to get him on the scoreboard, and that's gonna be great. So I've got all the patience for him. I think maybe that's just coming from where he was drafted, first round pick, and having a bit more high expectations coming in, and then that injury kind of defeats a fair bit of time and space in people's minds around him as a player, and that patience as well, because we've seen it happen before. So it's just good to see him in the team, and we'll give him that chance to keep going. So absolutely buzzing with the coach. Only thing I'll say is just coming in with wanting to play the game in a simple way. I can remember it was Jack Eisen on the wing to kick it to Cottrell for his second goal. They pan over to him, and he's absolutely fuming. So most coaches will be quite happy with that result, but he just wants them to play the right way and that simple way. And obviously we want that spark and that bit of chaotic nature at times to help us get those scores on the board. But to see a coach just sticking to what he thinks is best, even though he's an interim coach, I'm really happy with. So buzzing with him at the helm and see what happens. I don't want to speculate about things moving forward. He's pretty adamant where he wants to be, and we'll give him that space. But absolutely.
Wait,
buzzing.
so we're not trading our senior guys anymore?
No, mate. We're gonna keep them all. Get more
We're
in.
keeping them all.
Get them all in. Ainsworth, Hayward, they're absolutely shining. So get more of them in, give them a chance, and build it up from there while the young boys keep coming up. So super happy. Thanks for having me on, Tez.
No worries, mate.
Harmonica's
Go
out.
Blues.
Go Blues.
See you, mate. How good. Zach.
Tez.
How are you?
How are we, mate? Fuck, I'm
So good.
absolutely pumped, man. Wow, what a win, 5 on the trot. I can't. It's hard to put into words, because where we have came from, we were 1-8, were we?
We were 1-8. Holy shit.
Jeez. Bloody hell.
We were 1-8. We were actually 1 win, 8 losses. That's crazy.
Crazy, man. It's crazy.
That is madness.
Bloody hell.
What'd you make of tonight? What stood out for you in the performance?
Everyone. Well, I loved the intensity. One man who really stood up for me was Blake Acres. He's just the way that he intercepted the ball, his pressure, he's willing to hunt the contest, which is unbelievable. He hasn't missed a beat since coming back into the side. Even Taylor Byrne, he might have kicked the goal, done this, but his pressure acts. Did you see when he would just jump up to go smother the ball and the desperation, the will to want to actually.
Yeah. Now that you remind me, no one's really brought up Taylor Byrne. Some of his chase down work was exceptional, and then even the team. So they completely shut down the corridor for the Giants, and there were quite a few tips. Their hands were active, and their pressure was so dialed in. And they were really focused and committed to making sure that there was enough pressure throughout the midfield to protect the defense. Yeah, that was. Yeah,
that was great. I thought the defense was very, very, very good tonight. I thought Dirksen really, really stood up. He looked a bit shaky at the start. He let his man off a little bit. And just Joe was having shots of goal. But I thought he was very good. I thought Nick Haynes as well. I mean, his intercept game was unbelievable. His experience, and we could talk about the one and only man Harry Dean, but we speak about him every week, Tez. I mean, it's getting a bit old now, isn't it? You still have to bring it up. But I thought, what is it? 5 on the trot. West Coast next week. We just have to just be professional. We just have to just get the job done. And, I thought, that's exactly what they did tonight. We went over to NG, and we beat a team who's been in some really good form. They beat the reigning premiers. They belted them.
Yeah.
And I thought, we really just, we just beat them we smashed them in the clearances. I thought Cripps, Jagger, he's the way, George Stewart, best game I've seen him play all year. Mr. Consistent. He's just the way that he moves and the way he moves out of the packs. I thought he was really good. And we won't talk about the umpiring tonight because if anyone who watched the World Cup, I've had enough of officiating. It's been an absolute nightmare.
It was a joke. Tonight was bad. Thankfully, we won the game, but yeah, they made some absolute shocking calls tonight. The umpires.
Yeah, but Blues are back, Tez. We were back ages ago, but the Blues were making the fucking finals. Up the baggers, Tez. Come on, Tez. Have a good night, mate. Love you. Go the Blues.
Go the Blues. That's Zach, everybody. All right, let's go to Adelaide because that's where Andy is.
What a game.
Yeah.
Full confidence, mate. Full confidence. I picked them by 12.
Yeah.
And we ended up getting it done by 4 goals. So just freaking impressive. Looked like an absolute cemetery there. Like three-quarters of the stadium not filled. Is that about how many people you reckon were there, Tez?
How many people were here tonight? I reckon
15,000.
Yeah, if that. I don't know. Did they end up saying it? Did they confirm?
I don't know. I didn't see it on the TV. All I noticed was when GWS kicked a goal, it was silent. But when the Blues kicked a goal, it was loud as. And I'm like,
yeah,
that should not be happening, like at an away stadium. So, yeah, it's just really, I don't know, like the fact that you can't get a crowd in, really, that would suck. If you played at home and you couldn't get a crowd in, that would suck. But good for us because we go there and we've got fans everywhere that come out and support, which is awesome. So, just look, someone said it before, just the mature performance. They didn't shit themselves like they have in the past. GWS came back, and I didn't think that we were going to lose. Like, it was just like, oh, they just got to tidy up these little things. Got to tidy that up, and they do. So,
no, there is a serious connection between this group and commitment, and like the intangible thing in sport that I don't know. There's no stat for it. There's no word for it. They've got it though. They've got the thing, and it comes in. It's the attitude. They drop their heads. They don't give up on themselves when they make mistakes. I think it was so clear to see because the Giants don't have it. The Giants are not on the same page as one another. There's something completely off with them, and it's just bizarre to be saying that about our team for a change.
Well, when it was Clayton Oliver and someone, I can't remember who it was, but they ran into each other, and they just, instead of chasing the ball, they're sitting there spraying. I think it was Lockie Ash, and they're just sitting there spraying each other for 5 minutes, and the game's still going. And it's like, what are you guys doing? So then we get the ball and we run off, and they're still having a go at each other. So it shows the connection. I think, like at the start of the season, we weren't winning, and you're like, oh, we got the Ainsworth in and Hayward in, and you're always getting impatient because you're like, these are good players, and why isn't it working? And then, we get Boak in, like a cultural development coach. And it's like you start winning a few games, and then look at it all sort of come together. And the thing for me with our team is I reckon we've got a lot of introverts in the last few years. Now we've got some extroverts, people like Ainsworth. He'll go give it to someone. Harry Dean, he'll go give it to someone. Hayward, they reckon he's, Mr. out there at the club. And those kinds of personalities, you need a mixture. You can't have all reserved people in your team. You need some people that are out there. Cottrell's goal celebrations where he's just walking like he's walking down the show. Like, that's hilarious. That kind of shit. We're watching, me and my boy. I was pissing myself. He kicks the goal. He just starts walking, doesn't celebrate. All the players around him are like, what are you doing, mate? And then he runs. Like, it's just funny, man. It's just funny.
There was a contest. I reckon it was Ben Ainsworth. I don't remember who it was from the Giants. There was like a 50-50 ball. I think it might have been Clayton Oliver.
Mate, yeah.
I swear I heard the collision from the other side of the ground. It was like a serious hit.
I thought he was going to be concussed because he did a full 360 when he got hit. he looked gone,
Yeah.
and then he just got up. So it was a massive hit. But just a hard nut, like, and that's the kind of shit you need. Like Taylor Byrne, like didn't get on the scoreboard, but he's just hunting and pressuring. And it's like after a game like that, like you can feel like he didn't do anything, but he set up so many chains for us. He stifled the ball. Like the big thing with GWS, like they're a run and gun team. They go all the one way. But when it's not on their terms, when you make it contested, they don't want to work hard. So they knew that coming in. And there was a few overlaps where they just hand pass over, inside forward 50 and mark. Like it happened. But we tightened up. The last quarter, they tried to do it and they just kept bombing it because we were just pressuring them. Like a player would come forward, and then they're like, shit, I've got no room. And then it was like 2-on-1 to the boundary and we knock it out. And I'm like, they're going with a plan, and the plans are working for a change rather than we do it for 5 minutes, doesn't work, and then we're having to shuffle it on the run. Do you know what I mean? So, like, all this talk about Fraser, like, I think he's a good coach because this, outside of the players getting a bit of the shackles off them and, a bit of the weight off their shoulders with Voss going, like, you can see how he talks and what he does in the game is working. Like I reckon he makes subtle moves, talks to them on a level that they can understand, and they execute it. They weren't able to get off the leash tonight.
You could just see the difference in the way that we played and the adjustments that we made from quarter to quarter.
Yeah.
Like I think of the first to the second adjustments from that second quarter to the third quarter. That third quarter started, the way they moved the ball in that first 15 minutes of the third quarter was quite, it was like what I would fear the Giants do with the way they move the ball.
Yeah. And it's always like in the last couple of years with us, like we'll get in front, and especially this year, we'll get in front. We're like, oh, we're going to lose this. I don't have that feeling anymore because they're doing things to stop the other team and make it work in our favor. So the last year, it doesn't. I've been saying it every week. I'm not going into the last quarter going, oh, we're not going to be able to match them, or we're not going to be able to run with them, or we're going to run out of legs, or they're just going to go get it out of the center and destroy us. Like we're the team doing that now. They're playing with this belief. Like they had Cripps off in the fourth quarter, like right at the end of the game. And he was just, he was gassed. Like he'd had a massive game. They're like, go over see, mate, we got it. And, I reckon like Pito had a really average game. The last quarter, I reckon they put it on him and he lifted. Like he was like doing blocks and getting really quick because, he's pretty docile with the ball. But he was putting blocks on, tackling, pressuring, getting the hands to Chera and Hewitt, and that was getting us forward.
I thought Pito's ability in tight by handball was solid tonight. I thought Briggs probably won the. I've got to watch it again, but I don't think he had a great game, Pito. But I thought when he needed to get a ball clear, he didn't. He was clean in traffic a lot of the time.
He was when they put Aaliyah in the ruck, Aaliyah killed him, and he, he's been giving away those crossing the line. So free kicks,
every week,
and he did it again, and he sort of, I think he went into his shell a bit because he's like, well, what do I do? Like this guy's going to do this. He can jump higher than me. So he was staying stationary on the ground, and then they were just getting the hit out and moving it forward. So I think he went into his shell. And then in the last quarter, he really pulled it in. He's like, nah, I've got to go hard. I've got to start freaking going for the taps. And, he got his confidence back and we started winning clearance. So, I mean, we smashed him in clearance, but the clearances weren't going to our advantage. Like we were getting the first hands to the ball and then they were getting it. So, I thought his last quarter was really, really good. The only person that I can say probably had a down night was probably Ison, and it's been a couple of games in a row. He was fairly quiet all night. He had a couple of touches, but he was probably the only one that I could say he probably want to get more involved. But outside of that, everyone else played really well. Akers is freaking playing like he's playing like Hollands can't get him out of the team now unless he gets injured. You know
I
what I mean?
loved what they did this week by bringing in Cottrell and allowing Ollie to come back through the twos. I absolutely loved what they did this week. Thought that
He needs
that's
to.
yeah,
He needs to earn it. He needs to earn it.
Yeah.
I didn't watch all of the VFL game. It was a really tough watch today. They got absolutely smashed. But yeah, like he got a lot of the ball, but yeah, they just couldn't piece it together today. They just got really easily beaten and there wasn't too many standouts. So I mean, pending no one gets injured, you'd think the only person coming back in the side now is Wiedering. Like Dirkson's not going to survive if Wiedering's fit. So yeah, I think that would be the only change. Everyone else looked good. No strapping on Walsh's shoulders. He had a really good game. Cripps got no strapping on shoulders again.
No shoulder strap for Walsh, and yeah, he looked. Yeah, he had some good running power tonight.
Yeah, no, it was really, really solid game. The only thing I'll say, and you mentioned it before, like the goal. I think we're 18th in the comp for goal kicking accuracy, which is not like they made a mention of it. Like we're just leaving so many points out there. You know, like Kemp doing all the hard work, just got to get the reward. Like even if you kick 3 goals, 3, but he had shots directly in front and he's missing them. And it's like, man, when you play the good teams, that will hurt you. It didn't hurt us tonight, but 1 goal, 5, and he deserved better. Like he played a really good game. He's getting himself on the lead and getting the looks. He's beating his opponent, and it's like, bro, like just kick the goal. Like you've earned it, you know. And he just, I don't know, it's probably the one thing in our team now where it's like, you know, we're talking about your Logan Morris and your Jed Walters. It's like we need guys that can kick goals, like set shot goals. So
that might be something to think about because a lot of our games now for the rest of the year, 3 of them are at the MCG: Richmond, Hawthorn, Collingwood. Maybe I'm missing one there, and the rest of them are at Marvel. So from now on, it's perfect conditions, dry weather football. No excuse with wind. I gotta say, like it's a weird ground with that sort of stuff. Like the wind, it doesn't go one way. It's like a vacuum. It's a fascinating place to see football played.
The commentators kept saying that there was 0 wind, so that's why I was like, "There's no excuse for them to miss." But again, I'm not there. I'm not kicking the ball, so
yeah.
It might have been outside the stadium, and like you said, it might be turbulent air because of how it's shaped. But yeah, they leave a lot of goals out there, the Blues, and we still haven't kicked 100 points for the year. And I'm like, just kick 100 points, just one game, do it tonight. Or I thought we were going to do it, and then they just couldn't make it happen. So hey, who gives a shit? We got the 4 points. I just can't wait to hear Buddy Franklin say, "Oh, GWS, they'll just get it done. Oh, yeah, they're too good." No, every freaking week says someone else is going to beat us. Like, shut the fuck up, buddy. Like, great player, great goal kicker, but fucking hell. Like, nah, they're not going to. I just want to hear what he says this week. I want to hear it.
I think if there's a lesson for this week for the wider world, it's just leave the Carlton talk to the Carlton people. We'll do our own talking about Carlton.
It's I don't know, like we've won 4 in a row now, 5 in a row, and it's like we keep sort of getting these little mentions. They don't really on the media platforms want to dive too far into it. So they'll say, "Oh, Fraser, is he the next coach because he's won 5 in a row?" But they don't really go into how we're winning. They're just like, "Oh, the Blues won, excellent, 4 in a row, 5 in a row. Is Fraser the coach?" That's it. It's like, no. Show me how they dismantled that team. Show me that. Show me the shit that all the top 8 teams are getting now. Because our form line outside of Freo is the best form line. So start mentioning us as, you know, like a legit team. What are we? 6 and 8 now?
We're 6 and 8. We are currently sitting 12th on the ladder. We've got a game in hand over North. So North Melbourne obviously still have to play. They've got Richmond tomorrow. Collingwood's playing right now. They're down by 13 points. I mean, even if they win tonight, we'll be ahead of them. So I think the most we could fall to is, I think it's 13th. I think that's the lowest that we could be at the end of this round, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm happy not talking about finals until the until the season's over. I'm happy not talking about it because I think as soon as we put the expectation on, you just put the moz on them. So I'm just happy to go in every week. How are they playing? How are we playing? What can we do to disrupt them from winning? And that's it. And then if at the end of the year we get ourselves in the finals, awesome. But at the moment, we haven't deserved talking like that. So I just want to live, like you said, live in the now, celebrate the win. Sucked in GWS. Harry Dean keeps Cadman. Did Cadman kick a goal?
I reckon he kicked one.
Did he?
Cadman.
Kicked one without Dean on. Kicked one without Dean on him, my son just said. So, you know, like just freaking great game. Awesome game. Anyway, I'll let you get to it, Tez.
All right, mate.
Get out in the King's Cross tonight, mate. Get around it. Woo-hoo!
Go Blues, mate.
Go Blues.
See ya. All right, guys. So I met Gav, who you would see in the chat. So I met Gav today, finally, like in person, and he's here. Gav,
I've got 0 stats, 0 nothing. All I've got is vibes. We're on a run. We're on a run, mate. And I told you this. What did I say? Like 3 or 4 weeks ago, I said, we're on a run. And that's what we are. I don't even, there's nothing to say about it. We smashed them today. Like we smashed them on every level.
Yep.
How good was that? Like it
Mate.
doesn't get much better than that, mate.
the belief in each other, like the belief and the fearlessness and the even spread and how tough they are and how spirited they are. And yeah, mate, it's, sometimes you got to be, you said it at the start, like, what's the point of being a supporter if you're not going to like try and enjoy it, be a little delusional? Because every now and again, it just pays off. And like, look at where we are now. Like this has been the best 5 weeks of the last 18 months.
Mate, I'm standing out the front of a pickleball thing in a factory complex. My cousin's inside with his wife. I'm like some creep out in a factory complex, but couldn't give two shits because I got a message to give to Kane Thorns. Go fuck yourself, mate. We're Carlton. We are Carlton. Off you go, mate. Flick. That's what we do.
It was good. Yeah, we shut him up.
We're on a run.
Yeah.
How good's this? How good was Harry Dean? I'll tell you who else. Blake Acres. I remember we were watching those reserves games and he was just annihilating him in the reserves and he worked his way back in. He worked his way back in the team and he's just been undeniable since. Like, that's the way it's got to go. And I think even with players like Hollands, same sort of thing. You go back to the twos and you make yourself undeniable. That's the way it goes. Like, that's all you've got to do. You go back there and you give them no option but to pick you. I just think that's the way it should go. It's like everything in life, like workplace, sport, whatever. If you want to be the best at what you do and you want to be picked, you want to, you want to raise, you want, you want to climb up the ladder, make yourself undeniable.
Give them no choice.
Give them no choice. That's it. Give them no choice. And I think that's what we've done. And I think, you know what? Like, that's what Carlton content creators have done too. We've given them no choice. And we made a laughing stock of those dickheads in the media this week, and it was hilarious. I loved it. I love it. I love it so much. And I've had the best day. I've driven down to Sydney, gone with my family out to the western suburbs of Sydney and just seen them absolutely take them apart.
Yeah.
It's so good, mate.
It's
I
so
just and it's just what it's all about. This is what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't get much better than that. Like I said, I've got zero stats. I can't tell you what anyone did. I'm just going off vibes. And we've got a vibe going right now. And we're on a run. And there's nothing anyone can do about it.
Generational run.
A generation. No one's done this. Who's done this? And back when everybody was saying, we're shit, we're that, trade this guy, that guy. I'm sorry, but I was on board and I was saying, stick with them. We're going to be okay. And where are we? We're 5 on the trot. We're going back to Melbourne and we're going to win the next 2 games, 3 games. Bring on Hawthorn. Like, bring them on.
Yeah.
Bring on Hawthorn. Bring on Collingwood. God, I'm coming down for the Collingwood game.
You have to come down to Collingwood. You have to come
coming
down.
I'm coming down to Collingwood and we're going to smash them. I'm sick of getting done by this piece of shit club. I'm sick of them. And I'm sick of Kane Corns. I'm sick of Gary Lyon. Fuck off, AFL media. We saw him cry on the telly and we gave it to him. Trust me, I was texting hard SEN on that, whatever the shit show they've got on Friday mornings. I think they even mentioned it. The Carlton people are coming for you. Like, we got to go after these idiots. Like, if you're going to mouth off, we've got to make you accountable.
There's a special we're a special fan base, right? Like, we are. And I guess it needs to be a lesson for any of these talking heads in the mainstream. Don't poke the Carlton fans.
Don't poke us.
Don't poke us, because we will come for you and we will go over the top and we will say things that, you can't control it. Like, it's a wrath. Kane Corns didn't even last with the Carlton wrath for 24 hours. Like, it wasn't.
What excuse are they going to have this week? What excuse are they going to have? I'm going to be hard on that text during the week. I don't give a shit. I'm a nuffy. I'm a self-confessed nuffy, and I'm going hard on him on the text because I don't care. I love it. I love it so much. Like,
it's good.
How good's this? Like, get around us. Whoever was doubting us, let's just enjoy the ride, guys, because we're back. We're back, and they hate it. But I'll let you get on with phone, like the rest of the calls and stuff. I've got to go in the pick a ball, and I don't even know what I'm going to do in there. But anyway, hopefully there's a bar in there, but I can go and celebrate.
Enjoy, brother.
Go Blues, mate.
Blues.
Good to see you today. I'll see you down in Melbourne at the Collingwood game.
Sounds good. See you, Gav.
Baggers.
So funny. This man is in the middle of nowhere in a pitch black. All right, Dale, thanks for your patience, mate.
How you going, mate?
Good.
To see you, Terry.
Likewise. How are you?
Oh, how good was that? Just
special win.
It was such an important game to win. When you think of our season, just the fact that now I think we've really got true belief that we can ride a little bit of wave of confidence, I think now. Yes, beating the Cats, hey man, that was brilliant. Western Bulldogs beating GWS at the home ground when the umpires, look, we won't talk about it, but there were moments of frustration, but to show the grit of our team now is that's something that we can all get behind and actually really, mate, I can't wait to see what happens now. It has got that vibe of 2023 again. Like
it does, and I think what I hope to see this week is just the no entitlement. Just like go there. I mean, we're going to be favorites next week, so the expectation to win the game is going to be there, and obviously that's another challenge for this group and this team and this club is playing when there's that expectation that you're in you're better place in the team you're playing against, and all of that stuff. But yeah, I just want next week to be intimidating. I want to see our crowd be intimidating again.
Oh, of course. And look, some of the callers in talking about some of the characters. Cottrell, did you miss the harmonica thing? Oh, mate, it just brought everyone in. Like you'll have to go back and watch it, Terry. It was just.
I will.
And Cripps. Not many people have mentioned Cripps tonight. Did he have 19 possessions at halftime or something like that? And his character and captaincy was questioned, 5-6 weeks ago? Yep. And have a look at what Captain Courageous, look, what he has done over the last few weeks is just brilliant. Like it's just so good. Like, yeah. And I love watching all the fans calling in because you're right. Like Carlton, when we're together, and Kane Corns and mate, old media and all that sort of stuff. Like we've got a great community. Don't worry about the outside noise. Who cares? Who cares?
I said this. I say it every time. When we lose, we get a lot of opposition fans watching because it's a hate watch and like they enjoy it. Give me these ones where there's less people watching, but like it's a win, and we're like, to me, this is why the fan cams exist for nights like tonight.
Exactly. And Terry, I hope it warms your heart that you've actually started something brilliant and now together as a community, and the old media can watch it. They can watch what can happen, and hopefully if it's not this year, well, next year or whatever. But it's brilliant. I love being part of this. It's awesome,
mate. Love to have you here. See you next week. Fire up.
Go up the baggers.
See you, mate. Good man. All right, Travis.
Terry.
Travis.
No pin on my head this time. Instead, got my hoodie on. Hoodie's on. There's got to be some kind of good omen here. Fraser's got something going on here.
Hoodie's on for Fraser.
Exactly. Now, I know I'm going to just make it clear. This isn't a call for him to become the coach. I'm still happy that the club's going to stick by its process. Don't go chasing for the coach. Let the coach come to us this time around. Because when it was the case with Voss, we were chasing for him. When it was the case with Bolton, we were chasing for him. This time, let the coach come to us. They will come to us and we will see them. This is how it's going to work. But in the meantime, yes. In the meantime, I'm glad what the leadership, supposedly what the leadership group was said, whether it came from Tom Morris or whether it came from the interview you had with the CEO and president, wherever it came from. I love the fact that I'm hearing that the leaders are saying, take each week as it comes. Stuff the media. Stuff Luke Hodge. I don't give a shit what he says. He has no experience running a club. As great as a leader he was on the field, in terms of admin and that, and in terms of managing a club and having the foresight, and having the system and having the plan in place, he has no idea. If any club should be approaching the week-by-week play, the whole week-by-week plan, it's Carlton, because we're known to have had a history of not handling expectation. If you put an expectation on us like we expect to make finals, we're always guaranteed to fall short. This time around, take each week as it comes. I don't care about facing Hawthorn in 3 weeks' time or Collingwood in 3 weeks. I'm worried about West Coast next week. I'm worried about West. I want the players worried about West Coast next week. I want them focusing on the next task at hand. Forget about looking far into the future. This is what it's about.
There's a serious maturity about us as fans at the moment. It's really interesting to watch the language evolve over the years when we've had good patches and when we've had bad patches. I think when things have been really bad, 1-8, yeah, we've been like down in the dumps and like things like that. But I don't think we've gone too far over the top. And then now, we won 5 in a row. There's a lot of people talking like you, and that's the formula. That's what worked last time. Just taking each week as it comes and not looking too far ahead.
Exactly. Because here's the thing. We've had runs like this before, even with different coaches, and we get carried away. I remember the one in 2017. Like, consider this, me wearing this as an omen because of Fraser, coaching the club at the moment. It was like that in 2017. We were going, okay, what's this run on? Like 3 or 4 wins or something. Oh, was it the fact that we moved Liam Jones in defence? Was it, oh, no, it's Mark Murphy's helmet. Like, we were just looking at all these different reasons, like all these good omens or good luck situations. No, this time, and it was the case with 2023. We were like, okay, it's the new look forward line of Cunningham, Fogarty, and Martin, and all that, and how we're working together very well. At the end, it's not like any little bits and pieces here. It's just the fact that it's a whole club, it's a whole team with like a plan in place. They're steady in mind at the moment, and they're focusing week in, week out. And I'm glad we are not getting carried away like we did in 2023. We got a little carried away, I will admit. I was there as well, but this time around, I'm just like, look, we've got some work to do. Tonight was proof of that. We are still very short in terms of skill. Our skill level is pretty poor. We're probably the worst conversion rate team in the comp at the moment. I can't remember the last game where we scored more goals than behinds. Almost every week, it's more behinds than goals. Yeah. It doesn't help us, but do you know what? The fact we are still winning 5 in a row just comes to how strong our defense is. Our defense is holding up very well, even without Wiedering. The fact that we are one of 2 teams, Terry, to not score the ton this year, alongside Richmond. Wow! And the fact that we have won 5 on the trot without scoring a ton. It's showcasing how strong our defense is. Our midfield at times, even though the Essendon game wasn't that great from them, every other week they've held up. Cripps and Walsh leading the way in that, but the defense, you've got to give them props. They are Dean, Haynes, Newman, Cowan, Wilson. They're just keeping us like on our feet. You got to give them credit. I say well done to them.
Yeah.
And the fact, and one more thing, because I'm going to keep it short and sweet for tonight, because I don't have much left to say with the game tonight, right? Yeah, we're still pretty poor skill-wise, but the pressure, Terry, pressure tonight, the tenacity, the effort. I remember that. What was that play in the third quarter? Was it Haynes running back with the flight, punching the ball out from Toby Green? He's still got something left in him. I hope we can sign him for another year. I reckon he could go around again. We still need that. And there was another bit of play in the fourth quarter where the pressure was immense. We had 3 players, Corral, 1 Giants player, pulled him under pressure. Almost, I think we pinned him for holding the ball on that. Like, it was there. I've never, to see this is exciting, Terry. Even if we're sloppy with ball in hand, our effort without the ball is freaking incredible at the moment. May it continue.
Well said. Yeah, well said.
Yeah, I'll let you go, Terry. I was keeping it short and sweet, but yeah, as I say, at the moment, I'm riding the wave. I'm enjoying it. Take each week as it comes. look forward to West Coast next week. Focus on them. And yeah, may the winning streak continue. Hoodies on.
Go Blues.
Go Blues.
All right. Let's go to Thailand because Dioni's there. Dioni, Sawadee Kap.
Terry, can you hear me? I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Yeah, exit and come back in. All right. Let's go. Aiden. I saw your comments throughout the week.
Which ones? Elaborate.
The one saying that you gave us no chance to win this week.
Yeah.
When are you going to learn?
I don't know. I don't think I'll ever learn. I'll be honest.
Can I get a phone check? How's the phone? Charged tonight? All good?
Yeah, it's on 22%. So
okay.
It's all right. It's not bad. But yeah, nice win. Good win.
Yeah.
Very unexpected, to be honest with you. I thought we would have absolutely no chance. I mean, I don't want to sort of say, because we didn't have Wiedering, we wouldn't have done well. But again, the backline really stepped up a lot. They functioned very well together. I mean, Dirksen was very shaky at the start. I was a little bit worried, and then, he got used to the game and he found himself, and he ended up doing well. I think he kept Hogan to one goal, which is pretty good. But yeah, I think all of them really stepped up. That back six, especially Haynes, I thought was. If I'm being honest with you, if I would have picked my best on ground, I'd say him. He's
up there.
He was brilliant.
Do you know who's a guy that I just realized he has not been mentioned once tonight, and I think it's a travesty. I reckon he'll get coaches' votes potentially. Maybe not. Who am I talking about?
What position does he play?
He's a forward.
Harry?
Frank the Tank, man.
Oh shit, yeah. Yeah.
He was
I forgot to mention him.
really good tonight. He hit the scoreboard. He did his job in the first half really well tonight.
Yeah, he did really well, I thought as well. Because there was a few times he kicked 2 goals and 3. Wow. Yeah. I mean, if he doesn't get a coach's vote for that, then that'd be pretty disappointing. I still think we need to. If it's true that we're the second team behind Richmond to not have kicked 100 points, I think that says a lot about our forward line. We need to seriously sort that out as well, because he nearly cost us in the end. If we lost that, I don't really blame players for losses, but I mean, going 1-5, I mean, like, come on, man. Like, you're our second key forward, and you can't really be missing
Aiden.
2 easy set shots like that.
Aiden.
Yes.
Smile, bro. Just smile.
I'm just making a point.
I know. I just want you to make sure that you enjoy, because I don't know. We might lose next. Like, I'm never gonna guarantee a win again. I just hope you're enjoying tonight. Just tonight.
Oh, yeah, 100%. If you told me at the start of the year, look, in the second half of the year, like, we're going to win 5 games in a row and be a game off the top 10, I'll be like, yeah, you're taking the piss out of me.
Yeah.
Like, no way. Like, yeah, I'm very happy with the way that we're going at the moment.
Look,
but again,
no doubt there's room for improvement. Like, to get a win like that on the road, being inaccurate and, not taking opportunities. See, that to me is not the worst place to be in, because there's still room for improvement, but you're still winning. And I mean, we deserve to win. I don't think we got lucky at all.
Yeah, 100%. If we didn't, miss a few of that, even the first half, if we didn't miss six potential goals, it would have been 30-40 point win. But again, at the end of the day, that second half, like, we brutalized them, we killed them. Like, the way that we move the ball now compared to the start of the year, like, it's it's such a stark contrast, and they fixed it within a week. So again, it tells you where the issue was. I mean, I would have gotten rid of him last year, but he's gone now. And look, if we keep winning games and if we make finals, then I think, the current coach has to be up there with taking the position. But the thing that will worry me is if we just hand it to him. He needs to go through that process. I mean, I don't know what he said now about it. He's probably said the same answer. But when I looked at your interview with the president and CEO, like, it looks like they're looking for other people and they're starting to conduct the process, which is good. So,
yeah, I reckon they've been pretty consistent. They're not trying to show their hand, and I don't think they should. I think we need to make sure that the club takes every single second necessary and not rush the process at all. We don't need to know clues. They're not going to give us clues to jeopardize the process. I think that's the one thing we need to just make sure they get right by giving them the space to get it right. And I think Graham will do it.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the last regime that we had, they would have probably given him the job by now. So it's pretty good that, they're keeping their cards to themselves and they're taking their time, because it's a massive call. Like Chris Davies said, I think, on your channel after Voss got sacked, that this is, the biggest appointment that we've had in probably ever. Next appointment.
The decisions they make at the end of this year are the most important decisions for the next 7 to 8 years, let's be honest. The coach, the list manager, and the next wave of players that come through. We'll be sitting here doing the fan cams in 2032 and being like, they either got it right or they got it wrong. Like, yeah.
Why would you say that though? Is it because of like Tasmania coming in, or like is it just
no? Because I think this is the next wave of the club and the team and the list. We're moving away from the the Kono de Koning Silvani era, and we're moving into like the next wave, whatever that's going to be. In 7 years from now, I don't know if Cripps is still there. I don't think so. Like, he might not be. So yeah, a lot of these youngsters are going to take the club, where it needs to go, and hopefully the senior guys. I mean, it's quite weird talking about Wiedering and Cripps and these guys as the veterans now, and hopefully they can hold on for some success, but. Yeah, the new coach will come in, and they're going to probably give him a 3-year deal to start with, 4-year deal.
I'd probably give him. I was going to say 5, but I mean probably 4.
Yeah. So
because again, like if you give him a 3-year deal, then you're sort of expecting him to fix it really quick. I'd personally give him a 4 or 5-year deal, to be honest with you, because it's not a quick fix. Like it's really not. But again, I don't think this is a sugar hit anymore. No way. Not at all. It can't be.
There we go. Why is that?
But because they've shown it consistently over the last 4 or 5 weeks already, and
he's beginning to believe.
Yeah, because we've shown it over the last month. Like, we've won in different ways. We've won ugly. We've won beautifully. And look, if it was a sugar hit, we wouldn't have won the last 3 games. So, look, and that's why I've said is that you need to keep winning games, because the young players that we've got playing now, like, they need to see that. It's very important that they see these wins, and I'm glad that they are. But yeah, look, hopefully, we've got 2 winnable games coming up now, and I'm not going to guarantee it like I would have in 2024, because you need to give every opposition that we play now with a lot of respect, because
Aiden, that's music to my ears, Aiden.
Because here's the thing, right? I want to see how we. I think our most important game, not of the year, if you compare it to this game and next week. I think it's next week, because we're going to go in heavy favourites, and we know these players, when they go into a game favourites, they tend to come out to play like they've already won, and they tend to go into their shell a little bit. So I think, next week against a weaker opposition, who, I mean, mind you, like, they've been playing well, West Coast. So, yeah, look, I'm sure Marvel will be packed, and even the next few weeks as well. So, yeah, look, just keep this momentum up, and wherever it gets us, it gets us. But I bet I'm not going to start saying we're going to play finals now because it's still early. Yeah, still very
Plenty of
early.
football to go. There's plenty of work to do, as you said. So
Like it's a long year. Like I literally wrote the season off. I think after round 3, and now we're a game off the top 10. So, I mean, you got to give him credit. Every leader who has played has stepped up. Walsh, Cripps, brilliant. Is Cripps still worth a second round pick? Just asking. He's not. Wiedering, he's very important. But if he were to leave, I wouldn't want him to leave. But I think we'd probably be, I wouldn't say sorted, but with that backline functioning very well, I mean, who knows? But look, I'm pretty sure we get O'Farrell back in the next couple of weeks as well. So I'd like to see him play with Dean. But yeah, look, tonight was very good. But look, I'm just going to stay level-headed. I don't want to start, thinking too far ahead, which is
just
important.
enjoy what we have, mate, which is 5 wins in a row and a confident team with momentum. And you are going to have a charged phone next week, and we're going to make sure of that.
Yeah, 100%, and the rest of the year as well.
All right.
So
good on you.
Anyway.
Good to see you, mate. Go Blues.
Thank you. See ya.
All right, let's try Dione again. I hope it works. Dione's in Thailand. Hello, Dione.
Hey, Tez, how are you?
Great. How are you?
I feel so
Get in
good.
there,
Okay.
mate. Come
Yeah,
on.
go for it. I was going to put my hoodie on, but it's bloody hot here, so I can't put it on. But the hoodies I love the hoodie. I love it. It's like, to me, it's like a bit of a blue collar sort of thing now. I don't know. And as Gav said, it's just about the vibe, right?
Yeah.
So I love Gav's vibe, right? I've got a couple of things to say. Just with our captain, I don't know, you probably didn't see, but in the third quarter, he was like knackered. But in the last 5 minutes, they tried to take him off, and he told him to get away. He's not going off. And that's why at the end of the game, he just looked, and it was great. He just sat on the bench, right? But he looked absolutely knackered, right? And I thought he set us up. He played a real hard game. So I love Cripps anyway. I'll say anything I can about him. So, and the reserves, it's interesting. We see Adam Sard and Zach Williams. Zach Williams was managed 2 weeks ago, and he can't get back in. So even when you want to be managed, be careful.
Well, in a matter of months now. So Akers went back to the 2s, forced his way in with good form. Cottrell went back to the 2s after having been rushed in, and they made sure that he had the 3-4 week block before bringing him in. Fogarty was the carryover today, so he's probably on the bubble. If I don't know when we will talk about teams next week, but Jack Ison, do you give him another week? Do you bring in Fogarty? Like there's a few storylines there, and if Williams and Sard want to get back in this team, they have to earn it. And when have we spoken like that? When's the last time we spoke like that?
I don't even think we spoke like that in 2023.
No, we got Marchbank straight in as soon as we could. We got Martin in as soon as we could.
I think, bringing players, there's nothing wrong with Ollie playing in the reserves. He missed 4 weeks, for goodness sake, right? There's nothing wrong with having Adam Sard earn his spot because he's not up to it at the moment. Yeah. Zach Williams, honestly, he was managed. He didn't get dropped or anything. He was having a bit of a rest. There's no rest for the wicked now. Sorry, boys.
No, you
Yeah,
got to, as Gav said earlier, you got to become, what did he say? Undeniable.
It's undeniable. We have to put him in. It's undeniable. Yeah. And I think Ison, he looks a bit like he's missed the pace of the game now a little bit, but I don't know if we give him another week. I would like to give him another week because that's the only way he's going to learn is when he sees these other guys and goes, oh shit, that's how Cripper does it. That's how Walshy did it. Walsh was sensational today as well. And there's one other player that hasn't been mentioned. I thought Ollie Florent played a really good game.
Yeah.
I thought he just ran in a straight line every time he saw he didn't look backwards, nothing. He just kept running, and he doesn't get as much, kudos as some of the others. So, it was just a great win. I sat here screaming, and even the first half, we just wore them down, and I like that. One more thing, actually, because I'm going out at 6 o'clock and it's 2 minutes to. But before, when they called us in the third quarter, they caught up to us basically, and we kicked the goal with Walshy before the siren or at the siren. But normally, the earlier weeks this year, we all would have been worried. Oh, Carlton's going to lose again because we can't hold a lead. Da da da. I don't even think about that anymore.
No.
And if I don't think about that anymore, do you think that the players think about that anymore? I don't think so.
Well, you could see it on their faces. You could see it on Voss's face. You could see it on. It's bizarre. I actually thought it would do permanent scarring to us, but it hasn't.
Yeah.
So,
There's my dog.
hello.
She's waiting for me to take her for a walk. So, but I don't think they worry about that anymore. And with Vossi, it was probably the pressure was on them. We don't want him to get sacked. We love him. And then they would just fall apart. They don't have that pressure now. So, remove that connection and look what they're doing. I'm just so happy for them. I'm so proud of them too.
Yeah. No, it's great. It was a good night. Such a good experience tonight.
Yeah. I think we say hashtags hoodies on. Yeah.
Yeah, hoodies out. Hoodies on for the
Hoodies
boys.
out. Hashtag hoodies out. I love it. Let's go.
Good on ya. Thanks, Dione.
Hopefully see you everyone. Bye-bye.
See ya. All right. That was Dione calling in from Thailand. Well, we've had Vietnam, London, Thailand, Adelaide. Love to see it. DraftKings. Thank you for the $8. Don't you just love Benny fucking Ainsworth? Got that dog in him. He got us back in the game last game against Port. Ruffled the feathers. Yes. Carlton Football Club lover 69. We saw him cry on the telly. He's gone again. Doubled up with the donation. Don't need to kick 100 if you keep the opposition below you. Yes. We kept the Giants to 65. It's a good effort. Ty Felmingham with the $5. Harry Dean rising star by a mile. Yeah, that's going to start getting some legs, isn't it? I mean, Jagger's been great. Jagger, Dersma, and Harry Dean has to be pushing now for that top bracket now. 4, 5, 6. I'm trying to think off the top of my head who's in the running for the award, but he keeps rising. DraftKings, Benny, get a big dog up ya, Ainsworth. Yeah. It's Benny fucking Ainsworth. All right. Moving right along, we'll get to Tom. Hello, mate.
How you doing, Tez?
How good's footy, mate? How good's footy again?
Mate, how was it at the showgrounds today?
Amazing. I was in a really interesting bay. It was like I was at the function. I was at the president's function, right? Shout out to Nino who organized a spare ticket for me. He got me into the function, right? And so in the bay that we were sitting in, it was quite reserved at the start. And then as soon as that second half came on, and as soon as the umpiring started getting a little bit questionable, the whole bay just lifted. And by the end, we were like roaring and screaming, and it was amazing.
Yeah, you could tell watching it on the TV, like there was a few questionable decisions, and normally when the crowd starts getting those decisions going their way, they lift because they're like, oh, we're on here, like we're getting a bit of the rub of the green, but it wasn't coming. And then going the other way, as soon as we get an intercept or someone, forward momentum of the ball, the Carlton crowd there was like 11,000 Carlton supporters there and 2,000 GWS supporters.
Yeah, it was.
But I'm glad you came to me after talking about Harry Dean. That kid is. I was having a look before the game. He kept Mitch Georgiades to 1 goal. He kept Shannon Neal to 0 goals.
Yeah.
Caddy to 1 goal, and Aaron Cadman to 1 goal. He's on a tear.
Surely it's going to pay us back, because in seasons gone by, Wiedering would push through and play when he's sore and banged up. Surely that's going to pay. Like it's so bizarre. It's like Wiedering almost becomes like the missing piece. Like he hasn't. I mean, he's played a game or two in this 5-game stretch, we get him playing anything close to his best football, we're really good again.
Well, I think what Wiedering has again, like Harry Dean today, you spoke about it a few weeks ago that he was spoil first defending. This week he was going up for marks. He was like, I'm better than you. And he looked like what he was drafted doing. Like he today was, in a couple of years, man, he's going to be outmarking full forwards right on a lead. Like he's going to be scary.
It reminded me of have you seen Dodgeball?
Yeah.
At Dodgeball, we're better than you, and we know it.
Yeah, we know it, man. Like, yeah, it's just, and yeah, you mentioned him earlier. I thought Frankie Evans was the fire starter this week. Like, he kicked that goal reminiscent of like the preseason game from outside 50 when no one could buy a set shot on goal. He's just got this just aura about him that he's been pushed aside by a lot of clubs, and he knows that if he can give everything he's got, Carlton will pay him back and the fans will pay him back tenfold.
Yeah. Do you reckon do you reckon there's I don't know if it's spoken or unspoken within the playing group that because they had to live through such turmoil early in the year, they're going to do whatever they can in their power to never let it get there again? It's weird, right? Because you can use reference points from, your careers and your lives and all that, but we got such a deep down. We got to such a deep downward point in the year that the desperation to never get anywhere close to that again, it's got to be at an all-time high, and it's the hardest thing to find momentum. And I just can't help but think they're going to be so desperate no matter what to never let it go.
Yeah, and I think that's why, even though when it was really bad at the start of this year, they still never went away from that stick to the process. They never sort of, I think they knew that if they could ignite something with the supporter base behind them, they could kick up to that next level. And I think that belief is now growing, and the younger guys who haven't been a part of it, and even the guys that we brought in this year, are like, oh shit, this is what you guys were talking about all preseason.
Yeah.
And it's just so evident now. Like Will Hayward, like he is, they reckon he's like crazy. He like explodes into training and they can't get a look in with him in the socials and all that. But he knows that he can be himself at Carlton, and he's not going to be judged for it. And we haven't had guys like that for a long time that are characters. We're always, the white collar Carlton, didn't do anything wrong, straight-laced boys. But now you don't know who these boys are behind closed doors, and I love it.
Yeah.
Because you don't know who you're going to get every week turning up to play.
Yeah. And there's nothing more powerful and more empowering, I should say, than being given the freedom and license to express yourself and your individuality. And that's infectious. And the more that is encouraged, the more I just think it's just better for everyone involved. And they look free. What can I say?
Yeah, it's just translating onto the field. They're able to be themselves on a football field. And you can see guys going for kicks, and like Akers today, he was just pushing up on so many guys. And if they even got a hand in and created a turnover, they were getting over, giving high fives. Just they want to play for each other. And that wasn't there at the start of the year. And I think that's a big thing Fraser's brought in, is like, he even said it at halftime against Essendon. He's like, we weren't backing each other up. We weren't making sure we were there for each other. And you could really tell that was a point going to Sydney this week, GWS, and just being like, no matter what happens this week, we're going to be with each other the whole way.
Yeah.
And they might beat us, but they're not going to defeat us. And I think that's what's really important.
So well said. That's a very powerful line. Yeah, it's shit. All right, generational run, 1 week at a time.
Mate, 1 week at a time, but why not us? So many
Why
teams.
not us? Absolutely,
like,
why not us? We could do anything.
It's
sport. It's sport.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
You reckon anyone wants to play? We don't leave Melbourne for the rest of the year.
Fuck.
We are going to have, at Marvel, we're going to have at least 40 every week. And at the G, we're going to have 70,000. I don't care.
Yeah.
We are going to be there and the boys are going to know it.
Yeah.
It's you know, I was going through some of the games we've got coming up, and you know, you want to go one game at a time, but we are in it to our elbows every game.
Yeah.
And our bunny teams, GWS away, Adelaide Oval. We've done those this year. We just dismantled Port in Adelaide. We dismantled GWS in Sydney. Now everyone's got to come to us.
It's Western Sydney redemption, bro.
Mate, it's the swirling dust bowl of GWS that just sends shivers down the spine, and it's the full circle moment. This all started back in GWS, that second half, and just a 4-quarter performance. Yeah, we had a bit of a drop-off in the third quarter there, but they just want it. You can just tell that they want to be in it. They want it to get hard.
Amen.
I love it.
See what Marvel next week, bro. I think it's a Saturday
Mate,
afternoon game.
It is. It's where Carlton and West Coast 5 weeks ago should have been, but it's going to be. It's going to be.
It's 1:15 p.m. Saturday afternoon. It's perfect.
I love it. That's got an 80-point win and then a 5-hour fan camps to talk about every player that just dismantled West Coast.
Long may it continue, my friend.
But yeah, just one more shout out before I go. Just sorry to keep you up, but
no, man,
I thought what was really what I thought was really pivotal this week was uncontested possessions. Was Sam Walsh? He had like 24 uncontested possessions.
Wow.
And that move from him being an inside midfielder now to do what you do best, Walshy, is run, carry, distribute. And George Hewitt also with the second most uncontested possessions on the ground.
Wow,
a month ago he couldn't get a game because he was only an inside mid that tagged.
Holy shit.
Now he's leading our inside 50s. He went on to Callahan. Yeah, Callahan had a good game, but he's not a jet that everyone says he is, Finn Callahan, but he's a good player. But this week George Hewitt didn't let him get anywhere.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we had we fucking smashed them, man. 61 inside 50 to 46. We absolutely battered them tonight.
We had 11 tackles inside 50.
Wow.
We had 45 tackles as a team and 11 inside 50.
We beat the Giants I think we beat them at their own game. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I love Mark Cottrell coming in this week because I thought he was going to play on Lockie Ash. And then I forgot Benny Ainsworth's the undisputed dog of a goat. Like he just sat on Lockie Ash, and Matt Cottrell went to Lockie Whitfield and just literally took them out of the game. That's what they do best. Those two guys just run and carry. Yeah. They couldn't get out of the half-back line.
The focus on Ash. What do you have for the game? Okay, he still had his 26.
I mean, they still had 26, but there was not a moment where you're like, oh, crap. Like them running through the middle of the ground, kicking inside 50.
Oh, mate.
And
the way we shut down the corridor tonight was probably the best it's been all year.
Yeah. And, in past times, we've always thought, Bedford's going to go to Cripps if Cripps gets off the leash. But they can't do it anymore because it's like, yeah, cool. Put Bedford onto Cripps. We'll let you have Walsh and Jagger Smith and Blake Acres and Adam Chera. Like all of a sudden, it's becoming like it's all of them. It's not just like if Patrick Cripps doesn't get the ball, we're stuffed. Like it's just this, and the most tackles for Carlton, Mark Pitnet. Yeah, he got beaten in the ruck today, but he still enforces himself on a game.
Yeah, found a way to impact. That's all you can ask.
Yeah, I just love it. I love it.
I love you, mate.
Good ratings. Have a good one, mate. Enjoy the Greens tomorrow or Monday.
Go Blues. Yeah.
Yeah, go Blues.
Yeah, mate. All right. Let's go. I think, you know what? Let's do it.
Oh, straight away. So how are we going to celebrate September, Terry? You, me, chat. What are we doing? Because, like, but we're going to start planning for it now. 5 in a row.
Bro, it's real. It's real. Like, it's real again.
Bro, you can feel it. Bro, it is real. Fuck, bro, I said it was real 6 weeks ago and everyone laughed at me.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, it's real.
It's
bro,
real.
this isn't a sugar hit. It's not a sugar hit, Terry.
No, it's
bro,
not.
What happened to this orange tsunami shit I was hearing about? What's that, cuz?
It was like a baby pool tonight, whatever that tsunami was. They were like splashing. I mean, on a side note, I think the Giants are broken. I don't think they love each other. I think they hate each other. I think they hate everything about being a Giant, but that's a side plot.
Cool. Fuck him. I'm glad. I actually saw, what's his name? Clayton Oliver arguing with Jesse Hogan at one point. They're like fucking full getting into each other while play was on.
Wow.
So I'd also hate my life if I played in front of like four or five people every week. So
Yeah, it was shocking. And I don't know if they talked about it on the broadcast. So there was a vibe around the stadium because next door was the citizenship celebration. So a lot of new Australian citizens, like it was their cultural festival today. So right next to the stadium was that. And then right next to the other side of the stadium was the showgrounds, and it was Supernova. So there was like, I think Supernova, I learned, is like I think it's like a Comic-Con action character. It's like,
it's one of the biggest ones. Yeah.
So like there's people everywhere, like costumes. So I've walked from the stadium, like full costumes, man, like Buzz Lightyear, the Joker, Batman, like unbelievable. It was, yeah, really weird experience, but loved it.
That's incredible. I'm happy for you. I'm happy you went. I can't believe you fucking went. What a mad cunt. You know? Everyone laughed at you for going to Adelaide when we played Port too. And look how that turned out.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was yeah, it was a special night tonight. There was just a lot going on tonight.
Yeah. Well,
where did you watch it? Where did you watch it? What was your experience?
So when I watch at home, just for like context, when I watch at home, I'm pretty quiet. Yeah, I don't yell at the TV like other people. I usually just sit there and observe, you know. In my head I'm yelling, but bro, I was fucking yelling today. Bro,
Really?
the umpires, bro. Can we talk about, look, there's a bunch of dumb calls. Yeah, there was one specific one I want to talk about. When we kicked it from our back 15 to the middle of the ground, someone let up. It might have been Ainsworth, and it came off a fist. First of all, it got pushed in the back, whatever, right? But then it came off a fist, and it bounced off to another Giants player, and they called it a fucking mark. How does that work, bro? Look,
Did Cadman go on and kick a goal from that, or Hogan have a shot on goal from that? Did it end up being a Giants goal?
Yes, it was one of the 3 goals they kicked towards the end of the third quarter.
The rage in our bay was phenomenal when that happened, man. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, we also were we louder than them there? Probably.
Yes, we were definitely louder. I felt that. So the side that I was sitting on, I thought was relatively Giants, and then the whole other side of the stadium was Carlton. I went around at halftime, and I didn't know this. I found this out today. Do you know how we've got the Blues brothers, and like they're in Queensland and they wear like the costumes? So there's a thing called the Blues mothers, and it's the mothers of the boys. and they wear these T-shirts, customs like Blues Mothers. And anyway, so I went to the other side and I bumped into Mrs. O'Farrell, Mrs. Smith, Mrs. O'Keefe, say Mrs. Carroll, yeah, like a bunch of them. They all come up to me like, oh, like they tune in, they watch, and they're wearing their T-shirts, and I'm like, what is going on here? Just bizarre. Like it was a real family affair in an entire bay. Like all the players, like they played in the VFL, they were there, and yeah, we've got the Blues Mothers now.
That's incredible. We're also gonna have a flag in a couple of months as well, aren't we?
Yeah, and you've also got a new fan that I didn't realize, and they've loved you, and that's the Bird family. Big fans.
shout out Taylor Byrne. Also shout out the Byrne family. But Taylor, bro, he had 4 touches for the game. Didn't like on the stat sheet, didn't do much, bro. He was, I don't want to say best on ground, but he almost was. The way he tackled people. You know, I said this a couple of weeks ago. He tackles and chases people like they owe him money.
Yeah, mate. He tries to kill people out there.
Yeah, and he's the shortest man on the field every game. It's like I couldn't believe it. And there was fucking Billy Wilson too. That chase down tackle at the end of the game, like 10 seconds left, bro. We bullied them, Terry. Usually we get bullied. We fucking bullied the Giants.
Yeah, we bullied the Giants on their home deck, man.
That's one of their lowest scores over the last 3 years at Anki.
Is it?
You know that? Yeah, it's one of their lowest.
Bizarre.
So.
Bizarre. Oh man, we gotta run. It's like Blues time. I don't think Melbourne as a city and Australia as a country quite know what's about to go down. Like, it's, oh my goodness, it's gonna be pandemonium. It's gonna be like the hottest ticket in town. It's gonna be absolute limbs every week.
I can't wait to play Collingwood because we're gonna win our next 2. We're going to win our next 2. Hawthorn will be a tough game, but we'll smack them too because they're a very arrogant team. And then I'm pretty sure we have Collingwood after that. Fuck, bro. Bro, have you seen what's happening in New York with the Knicks?
Yeah, man.
That, but 10 times worse over here.
Yeah. I'm trying not to get too ahead of myself with the Collingwood stuff, but trust me, I feel like I spoke to Gav today and he was saying, oh, yeah, I might come down for Collingwood. I'm like, you must be here for Collingwood. That's the one.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to get too far ahead.
Look, I'm already far ahead. I put in the private chat grand final tickets before. I'll put it in the regular chat too. There you go, guys. Get your finals tickets allocations. I can't put links. But bro, how good are the kids? The leaders, okay, the senior players cool, but like the kids, bro. Harry Dean in the back line. What a fucking star.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. This kid's because do I have to stop calling him a kid? Do I have to stop saying that he's 18? I feel like it's important to remind us that he's 18 because it should be celebrated. He's 18, man. Like he's 18 years old, dude. Like it's crazy. He's like, we've won 3 games this year without Wiedering and Harry Dean needing to step up and like take the best forward. It's the league aren't talking about it enough. Like we are. But the mainstream media are not talking about it the way they should be. It's not being covered the way it should be.
No, well, it's because everyone in the team's so good right now. Everyone's having a purple patch or consistent form. You know, like look at Lockie Cowan. It's another kid who, 4 or 5 weeks ago, bro, he was finished. But we were calling him shit. We were like, oh, he's been Carltonized. He used to dump kick, didn't run, didn't do anything. Now, bro, he had 5 1%ers again tonight, 20 touches. He's arguably, in my eyes, other than Haynes, he was the most senior player in that backline. He looked so composed the entire time.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Wait till we get accurate, too. Wait till we get that going.
Oh, we should have beat them by fucking 50, 60 points. We should have smashed them, you know? But beggars can't be choosers, you know? I'm not too fussed on that. I actually like the way... So if you look at the last 5 games we won them all in different ways. Every single win has been a different win. So like the Bulldogs game was scrappy. You know, the first 3 quarters was a bit iffy. And then the 4th quarter, we ran away with it. Geelong game was just an arm wrestle. The Port game, we kind of dominated the whole game. The Essendon game, we probably were the worst team on the night. But we just found a way to win. Because that's what elite, great, you know, future grand final team winning do. Mm-hmm. And then this game, bro, we started off terribly. The first quarter was bad. But we didn't let them run away with it. We were still in the game. And then Sorry. Hoops crew in chat. Give us back Francis Evans. No, you gave him away. It's too late.
Shout out to Hoops crew.
Shout out Hoops crew. But this game, it started off sloppy, but then we just locked in. And then it was an arm wrestle in the third quarter too. They came back, and then that goal, we never kick red time goals, Terry. We never kick them.
Yeah.
Never. And the fact is Sam Walsh hitting a set shot. I'm pretty sure the commentary said from set shots he's 50 goals, 55 behinds, something like that. So he's very inaccurate. And the fact that he
that was a very important goal in the context of the game and where it was going in the moment.
Yeah, because they were coming. They would have
Yeah.
momentum coming into the fourth, and then we just shut it down. The celebration, everyone got around him. Can I point out as well? Again, 5 weeks ago we were a broken, mentally weak team. Now we're celebrating fucking spoils. Will Hayward didn't. So there was a play where Will Hayward ran at the ball, and someone else was coming at him, and he didn't even touch the ball. The ball went out of bounds. He did nothing, realistically. But everyone got around him like he scored a goal.
Mm-hmm. That's when you know. That's when you know you're in the sweet spot. When they're celebrating all of that stuff, when they're sacrificing, when they're doing all the blocks, when they're, that's when you know. When they're picking each other up and making sure no one gets left behind. That all those little things. That's when you know, because those are all the things that we were talking about early on. Like, where's all that? Where's all this?
Yeah, and it's here. It's here everywhere now. Even in our leaders too. Our leaders were broken as well. Now, hey, has anyone talked about Patrick Cripps' apology forms yet? Are we signing them out or what? Last year we had Nick Haynes.
You know what? It's a good point. I think there's a fair few that might want to sign a Patrick Cripps apology form.
Yeah, because he's finished, and now he's in Brownlow form. I'm going to say it now. He's probably gotten at least 10 votes in the last 4 weeks. He's in Brownlow form. Guys, I wouldn't surprise me if he comes out of nowhere and wins it, because he would have got votes in the first 10 weeks too. It's not like he was terrible.
Yeah, he's always good.
This could be a smoky year. Also, Sam Walsh, fucking incredible as well. Everyone was like, I can sit here and talk about all 23 players, except maybe who's bad tonight? No one.
Yeah, I think Iceland was a little quiet. He has this he had this, I don't know if you call it knee strapping, or he had this like strapping on one side of his body, like just below his knee. I think it was. I hadn't seen that on him, I don't think, before. And then he got caught. He got pinned on the ball, which is rare because he seems to have got the speed of the game okay since debuting it. So I don't know if he's sore. I don't know like what the story is, but obviously, you're going to get these from time to time. I mean, Harry Dean's going to have, I think, these moments from time to time. These young players, it's going to happen, and that's still to be expected over the course of the next few months.
Yeah, with Jack Iceland, it doesn't concern me too much. Even if you need to drop him in the twos, we can for a little bit. It doesn't hurt, it'll do some good, One, like, Matt Cottrell coming in as well. I was so skeptical on this coming in because I was like, what does he really do? Because the last couple of weeks he's been in, last time he was in, he was shit, right? And then last year he missed the majority of the year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So when he came in, and this reminded me of the game. I don't know if you remember this. Well, obviously there's the final against Sydney a couple of years ago in 2023 when he kicked 2 goals. Do you remember that one game in 2022? We won by 15 points. It was at Marvel. We played against Freo, and him and Lockie O'Brien kicked 2 goals each.
(2022)
Yeah.
It was in the first half of the season.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was almost textbook that game because he was kind of playing like high half forward. It wasn't just on the wing, and he ran up and down. Him and Akers on the wing. Fuck, like again, these are players that I don't like. These 2 players, Akers and Cottrell, the ones I'm more skeptical on because I want younger players in. But they just keep proving me wrong every week. It's like they almost watch him tell me shut the fuck up, but they just do it on the field.
Yeah.
So it's incredible. Vibes are so high, bro. Vibes are so high. I'm happy.
The vibes are high.
We could. Hey, why couldn't we go all the way? I just want to get into the wild card. If we get into the wild card, fucking what stops us, bro? The whole comp needs to be put on notice. You wouldn't want to play us.
No one would want to play us. No, there's a magic when Carlton are up and about and everyone's connected and united and the energy in the stadium's there. And I mean, touch wood. Correct me if I'm wrong. I reckon there was no. I mean, we're gonna watch or listen to the Josh Fraser press conference. I reckon we got out unscathed tonight. I don't think there was an injury.
Wow. There you
So
go.
like we're healthy again. Touch wood, but the stars are aligning all of a sudden.
Stars are aligning.
Yeah,
Did you see Matt Cottrell playing the harmonica?
No, I haven't seen it. I've heard about
You
it.
need
But
you need what a funny cunt, bro. He started playing Piano Man on the harmonica just
is
before
that
the
something
song.
that we could maybe add?
That could be merch. I'm gonna buy a harmonica. Next
Alright.
fan cancel after we win.
All right. Cottrell, I don't see it. Okay, team song Carlton. All right, maybe we can try watch it and see how we go. Damn. All right. Fantastic. They've got some videos up on the website.
Sick.
Mate, can't wait. I'll see you next week.
I'll see you in September. Fuck next week.
I'll see you. How about I see you next week and September?
Done. You can see me as many times as you want, Terry.
Deal. All right, bro. Have a good one.
You too. Catch it.
See you, man. Dionysios.
Da 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 da. Hey, how good was that?
Mate, that
How good was that?
was a special performance tonight.
Oh, loved every fucking moment of it, man. Especially like when, you know, they really hit back like in the third quarter, and we just like that last goal of that quarter was just clutch, man. It was good.
I thought of you in that moment. You know, remember how you and I had that talk about, Ohi? No?
No. Yeah, they found their no.
Found their no. They were like, no, we're not going to let it happen again. Yeah.
Fucking A. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was awesome. And the fact that they just, man, I don't know, that last quarter, it just felt to me like they were playing with them. Like, like it was just like relentless. It was just relentless. Man, it was awesome.
Piano Man. Interesting.
It was good. And yeah, I agree. It was total full circle from that like GWS loss back then to now. Like it just feels good to sort of like, it's almost like, that era is like finished now. Now we're moving on,
Yeah.
It.
Well, who would have thought it just needed a little bit of time to settle and adjust and connect? The thing about this group this year, right? Pretty quickly, they've had to grow together. So they were tested with on-field performances and losses and the pressure. And then obviously lots of controversy as well. And there was the emotional toll of, the Elijah stuff that happened earlier in the year, right? But the group hasn't cracked. And it's bizarre because if you think about it, there's more players out of contract right now that could be thinking about themselves and playing selfishly and being and moving and dealing selfishly than what there was this time last year. Yeah.
And I hope in the twos that they want to be a part of like what's happening. So it just like raises like their bar as well, I just fucking like it's just so good. I loved it. Man, I was screaming like, towards, I was a fucking malacca in my own home. It was awesome. I loved it, man. This is my cup of delusion and Kool-Aid. So cheers.
So from the interstate games, we won 2 of them and we lost 3 of them, I think. 3 or 4.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow. I've not seen an interstate loss since Josh Fraser took over. Undefeated.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's just crazy. It's just like I just don't know how. I don't know. Like, obviously, we can look back and say, like, well, the switch flicked in that last half against Brisbane, right? That's sort of like, for some reason, it just clicked. And from that moment on, it's just been on, like, and Yeah, I would love to like try to keep a level head, like you said, but I'm not. Next week we're gonna win. We're gonna win, and if they do it right, it should be a big win. At least for the next. We need percentage now, right? That's what we need. 2 big wins, 2 comfortable wins, over 100 points, man. That's what we want.
Well, I think
All right.
before that we've got to learn how to win with expectation, and we're going to be expected to win the next 2 games. They'll expect to win themselves. They'll go into games and saying, you know, come on, this is us. We're a better team, and just got to hold up our end of the bargain. And I think it just comes down to humility and respecting your opposition, and getting their mind right.
Yeah. So we've got like West Coast and Richmond, right?
Yeah.
And then after Richmond, because I can't remember the draw, but
Collingwood.
Hawthorn, Collingwood. If we win one of those 2, right? One of those 2, like I reckon we're in for a 10th or a 9th spot for sure.
We're 6 and 8. What we have an opportunity to do is go 7 and 8, and then maybe 8 and 8. By the time we get to Hawthorn, we have an opportunity to be even 50-50, which, Let's get there first, though. Let's get there first and enjoy every one of them along the way.
Awesome, mate. It's awesome. All right, mate.
Thanks for calling
I'll
in.
leave you to it. Go Blues.
Go Blues.
See ya.
Love your work. Kel.
Hello, wow, yay.
Hey, how are you, mate?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very excited. I'm happy. I'm loving Sydney. It's been a really good experience. I'm very grateful because you can't always win, but when you do, you enjoy it.
Yeah, I've got family and friends in Sydney, so go and say hello to them for me. Not that you know them. Anyway, kudos to the whole team. Wow. Especially Harry Dean, I think.
Yeah.
Who plays so much like his old man, Peter.
He does.
I remember his old man from the 90s. Wow, yeah.
So Peter Dean. So what happened today was at the pre-game function, Peter Dean was going to be the special guest, and then unfortunately his flight got delayed, and I mean we didn't know if he was even going to be here for the game. He ended up making it for the game, but
nice.
Yeah, just a little side plot. But yeah, I don't really remember Peter Dean playing, but apparently the competitive gene has definitely.
Oh yes,
come
yeah,
through to Harry.
definitely, yes, yeah, definitely. Must have come through the genes and maybe taught through as well. Who knows?
Yeah. Where do you think this places us now for next week?
Oh, look, hey, like I said a couple of weeks ago against Geelong, we're on fucking fire. So yeah, I think we're gonna do some butt kicking over the next couple of weeks, and then hopefully we do Collingwood and Hawthorn.
Yeah,
both of them.
That'd be nice. And then we'll just charge into make a run for it and see how far it goes.
Yeah, why not? We've got nothing to lose.
Yeah. No, I love it. Well, yeah, Cal, great to speak to you. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks, no worries. Go Baggers.
Go Baggers. All right, we've got a couple more. Go Tolls. Hello, mate.
Oh my goodness, what a game.
Wow. You watched from home?
Yeah, watched from home. Mate, honestly, I'm gonna say it. Like after watching, I went out last night, didn't sleep, and then at all before the Socceroos came on, watched the Socceroos, and that was pretty dismal. So I had a pretty shit feeling for coming up to this game. But wow, what a game! Like it's getting to the point where you can't point out individual players anymore. They're all just like buying in and playing so good together.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I would have ever said, fuck yeah, I'm so glad Akers is back in. I'm so glad Cottrell's back in. Like they just there has not been a single player that's come into the team from the twos and played worse than they did before.
Yeah, it's yeah. Yeah, there's
Like-
a big shout out to be had for the development. There's a shout out to be had for guys that have, played twos footy and knocked the door down. And I mean, I think Blake Acres is right now the poster boy for it because he was
Yeah.
playing really good footy in the twos. Like he really was. And I know Matt Carroll went down and opened up an opportunity for him. But now we're at this point now where Ollie Hollands can't come straight back in because he's got to earn his way back into the top of the team. Which
That's
is
so
only
good
going to be.
because-
Is only going to be good for Ollie because we
Yeah,
talked about
like-
it about a month ago. We were saying go back and just refine because the work rate stuff for Ollie Hollands is there. It's just the refinement of the skills, and that's what
How
the twos will do.
How long have we been saying what the fuck is Voss doing with Ollie Hollands?
Yeah.
And now he's gotten. When did he get injured? Did he get injured?
A month ago.
Brisbane game. Did he play one game under Fraser? Or
I don't know.
not?
I think he might have played.
Oh,
the
maybe
Dogs
he
game.
played Dogs.
Yeah.
Maybe for it. But like, yeah, he's gonna go to the twos. He is going to. I mean, he is hoping they give him a run in the position he should be playing. He comes back and he is the star, like wing or like running player that we had always hoped he would be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, because like we said, we haven't had a single player come out of the twos and be bad, pretty much.
Yeah. No. I mean, the twos are struggling because we've taken all the players.
Of course.
Yeah,
Like,
they're really...
that's what happens. It's you never see it's almost a bit of a good sign when you see the twos are getting fucking battered, but the ones are playing well because it's just like, well, there's the reason.
Yeah, it's true.
I just gotta say, like, I'm loving what is happening with the culture of this team. The best recruit we picked up was Travis Boak, and it's not even close. I want no arguments on that.
Glad he's getting his kudos.
Like we start winning games, and suddenly we have we just become the biggest goofballs in the league. Like you have to watch the song after.
I will. I'm going to watch
it's
it.
so
I'm gonna watch
fucking
it
funny.
shortly.
And look, I don't know if you saw the the Jagger Smith nickname shit that came out a few weeks ago. Fucking Sam Walsh, our nickname game is like it's still being coached by Voss. It's that is fucking terrible. It's so funny.
Oh no, I did see it. It was in
absolute
in the car chat that they did together.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I
very
love
good.
this. I love just seeing them be absolute cornballs. It's amazing. You don't get culture like this at any other club. Like, and we haven't had that for so long. We've been fucking the Carlton Department of Football.
Yeah.
We're becoming a club again. And I gotta say, I'm making the call right now. The Born Again Blues was the first 3 wins. The Dogs, the Port and Geelong. That was the Born Again Blues. That was the sugar hit, the new coach bounce. That's over now. These last 2 wins, the blue collar Blues are back.
I love it.
That's it. It's these two games have been scrappy and contested. We've been playing contested, but we've been playing contested so much better than we ever did under Voss, which is crazy to see. Like we were saying for so long, oh, you can't put Hewitt and Cripps in the same team. I was saying, look, Hewitt, for all the year, I was saying, look, Hewitt is a incredibly good player, but he doesn't fit into our team. So we need to spruce him up for a big trade at the end of the year. No, they are playing incredible. Like,
got all the elements now.
Like, it just works. It's just working. Like, I know we talk about it being like 2023, but what I want to look at. I think, look, even if we don't contend for the ultimate prize at the end of the year, we are going to be one hell of a landmine in that final series. Teams are going to be praying that they don't see us on the schedule.
Yeah.
Because we could put a puncture in any single one of the top teams' campaign.
Yeah. It's true. Tolls, I can't wait to get back to Melbourne, mate. See you at the game next week.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Go Blues.
Go Blues.
See you, mate. All righty. We've got a couple, and they're both internationals. We have Pierre. Pierre, I believe you're in France.
Oh, now I can't hear you, mate. What's going on?
Can't hear me?
I can't hear you. Yeah.
All right.
Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. No, just stopped all of a sudden. I could hear you just until a second ago.
I'll bring you back in.
Yeah, I'll hop off and hop back on, mate.
Yeah. All right. And then we've got Dan.
G'day, Terry. How are you?
Calling from Denmark.
Yes, sir. You know it.
I love it. Great to see you, mate.
Yeah, same to you, mate. How about that, eh? Good game.
That was special.
Yeah. Got to commend all the fellas. Geez, they're really stepping up.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they really are. What time is it over there for you?
It's about 1:45 in the afternoon.
Yep.
Yeah. So I was up 8:15 was game start for me. So yeah, I watched the Adelaide game beforehand, which was a pretty good finish, and then just jumped onto the Carlton game afterwards. And yeah, got a bit nervous there in the third quarter when they rolled us a little bit with those quick goals. I thought, oh, here we go again. And then Walshy got that mark in the forward 50. Really stood up and kicked that one. We needed that one.
Yeah. I think that third quarter added to the merit of the win because we didn't just sort of run away with it and it didn't get easy. We had to dig deep again after already having dug deep to get that lead and break away. And yeah, great performance.
Same. That's what I thought. That was a really good performance. Yeah. Even just like all the 1%er stuff, like just putting the pressure on the ball when it was in our forward half, and especially like Tyler Byrne, that was doing those second efforts, third efforts, just chasing and putting pressure on, made them really shaking the boots.
Yeah. No, he's chase down efforts tonight, even the ones that weren't registered as a tackle, but just to put the pressure on mentally was, full commitment. Yeah,
exactly. And I loved Billy Wilson's last 30 seconds in the fourth quarter, just chased after Daniels and just nailed him.
Yeah,
got
some good pace, man. It's interesting. We saw some good pace from our players on the defensive end. Taylor Burns' defensive chase downs. McGovern had a good one. Billy Wilson had a good one. Yeah, it's good to see.
Yeah, it was a really good game. I thought it was really good. Really sets us up well for the next coming weeks as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely, mate. Well, look forward to speaking to you again. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah. No worries. Go Blues.
Go Blues. All right, let's try Pierre again.
It's
Pierre,
happening again, Terry. You suddenly went up. I know you can hear me.
Yeah,
I can your vocals just gone off.
Yep.
We'll try next week, mate. We'll try next week.
No, go. You can talk.
What do you mean? Turn up my volume again? No.
Hang on. You can talk. It's all good.
I can't see anything on the phone.
I can hear you.
That's not working. Anyway, I'll say a couple of things before I go, okay? Yeah, good.
Yep.
All right. So I think there's a system to this. Last time we had our winning streak in 2023, I was bloody walking the Camino de Santiago in Spain and right into the finals. I was screaming on the plane coming into Rome because we'd just beaten Melbourne. And I'm worried I'm going to jinx this because I fly back this week after 3 months away. Anyway, points this up. Just a couple of points to make, and I know I can't hear you comment, but game plan can't have changed that radically. Seriously, the training work that we've done with under Vossi, etc. So something's changed materially in the players' confidence. And the last time, I mean, I'm a child of the 70s and 80s, so I got to see why we won the premierships. And it was that middle order players. It wasn't just your top best players. The middle order players just came in and really committed hard. They weren't the best players, but they were the best team players, and they came in. And I'm seeing that sign come up again. So to me, that's what's flipped in the last 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited about that because I can see the shoots, more than bloody green shoots now, mate. And it's freaking exciting. So I won't say much more than that, but I'm going to try and get to the West Coast game next week and hope I don't bloody jinx this, mate. All right. I'll catch you soon.
Oh, I
All
love
right,
it.
mate?
Go Blues.
Take care.
See you, mate. And thank you. I don't know if you can hear me, Pierre, but I saw you signed up for the membership. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, appreciate your support. All right. We've got one more here. It's Ben. Ben? Ben? Hello? No, hang on. Ben.
Yo, Taz, what's going on?
Hey, how are you, man? I'm good. What's happening?
Good. You've done it. You've made the trip up there. No, he's done it. What a brave man. What a brave man.
Yeah, it was what was I? I think I was 1 win, 7 losses interstate, and then I went to Port Adelaide, and that was 2 wins, 7 losses, and then this is now 3 wins, 7 losses.
Gee.
Yeah,
Amazing. How was the atmosphere there?
so good. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was a bit not weird. The stadium's weird. So like as a general statement, like the NG Stadium's weird. It's odd.
Yeah.
So there's that. There was a bit of a different energy about the place because there was a lot of festivities happening with the citizenship staff and the diversity round and all of that they're doing. But yeah, the crowd grew and the Carlton sound got louder and louder, and the faithful ones started believing that, oh, actually, wow, the boys. Something's happening lately where the boys make the fans believe that they're here for real quickly in games, and then it changes the whole atmosphere of the game.
Yeah. Because it only really came through probably like in the last minute where there was a full Carlton chant coming around. But it's understandable it's so far.
Yeah.
But no, it was a massive effort. I'm going to say these players again because they need more love. I've only just jumped on to the fan cams, but Hayward, Ainsworth, Florent, they're just week in, week out. They're so clean. Like we were talking about last week, it's the no trauma, no past Carlton trauma. George Hewitt again as well was massive, and thank God we've actually played him because we could have lost that bloke very easily. So, and he would have been playing like this at another club as well. So that would have hurt. Yeah, it's just again, it's a good. I think we've got some list players now that can do their role and do their job. Like Dirksen, the guy's an average footballer, but again, he did his role. That's something, I don't know if you've noticed it, but I was speaking to my mate and he's like, what do you think has like really changed? And I just feel that we're better defensively, just like set, like structured. Doesn't really matter who goes in there. It just seems like the structure's like there. And Lockie Cowan as well I thought it was probably the best game I've ever seen him play. I don't know what your thoughts were, but his disposal has really improved.
Yeah.
And we just really need to, go.
I was going to say, just going back to something you said there. So one thing I noticed overlooking, I was sitting on the side of where the benches were. So Fraser's body language, he's so calm. Like there's no semblance of any stress or anxiety on his face. Like, yeah, there might be frustration and like whatever, but he's so calm the way he walks, his demeanor. And it's funny how that rubs off on a group or how it is mirrored by a group.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're spot on. Even like at the end when we won, like obviously the first win or 2 wins, he was shaking everyone's hand in the box. But tonight it was just very dulled. It was just like, no, we just need to continue on here. Because we've been bad for multiple years. So I think he's aware of that. And we just need to keep going.
Yeah.
So that's where it sits now. But I also liked as well. We're not throwing in the towel. Like we conceded 4 goals to GWS, and there would have been like a minute left to go in that third quarter. I think it was McGovern may have started something on the wing with Cripps. And then they got a little chain and then obviously kicked it to Walsh. But you could just see the way they were playing. They weren't just folding in. And I think that's just they're just continuing to play the way we need to play.
Yeah.
And we're not seeing that, every now and again you got that dump kick down the wing, but we're really trying our best to avoid that kick as well. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think you see it creep in every now and again. And sometimes it is the option because the pressure of the opposition is so good in that moment, and you don't want to have a shallow entry, and for example, but they work their way through it.
They did, and really all their four goals that they got, I think we were just getting the entries like wrong, like whether it was just like a rush kick out of the midfield, but it seemed to be their 4 goals that they got in that third quarter were just rushed entries, and they got the quick defensive turnover and got the goals from there, but. To win up there, we would, it's a massive statement in itself, and it makes up, I guess, for that loss 2 years ago where it all changed and it all turned.
Well,
and seeing Toby Green crack the shits as well.
Yeah, breaking him. Well, that's now 2 wins, 3. Yeah, Dogs we were not favourite. Geelong we were not favourite. This one we're not favourite. Port. I don't remember what the story was there, if we were favourite or not. Probably not, but
probably not.
Yeah. So I mean, look, the challenges now come. The next 2 games, I think, will be favourite to win. So got to learn how to do it.
Yeah, that's it. But it's just like I can't praise Hayward and like Ainsworth and stuff enough. Like I think we're just seeing the full fruits now of what his actual value is. Like it took Hayward for sure, like probably like a good 5 weeks where. It's a completely different system, but it just shows like almost every week he's doing one of those shots from 50 on the run, 60 on the run, and it's just reliable. When we need players to be clean, then it brings all these other players like Cottrell in and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
I did laugh at his first goal, Cottrell. I was like, you know how when you're first in Oz kicking, you learn how to like kick, you kind of do this just like dump kick where your hands go up and your feet go off. It was kind of like the kick that you learn in Oz kick. But that was pretty funny. But no, good on you for going up there and soak it up because there's been some hard times this year. And there's been hard times since Jagger Smith did his ACL that day.
True.
But here we go. We should finish in the top 10 now.
Anything's possible now. We've got some momentum and some confidence, and that's half the battle. Now you've got a fan base that's believing and energized and on board, and you've got the club that's acknowledging the fan base, and it's good. It's good to see.
What do you think? Like, lastly, what player do you think is like that can possibly come in? Because just the forward line just didn't. I don't know. It's probably the second week in a row. It just seemed like something's just like missing there. I don't know whether it's like bringing Williams in deep to maybe like shore up some things. Because when you look at it, Mackay, McGovern, Kemp, Byrne, like I'm just talking about goals. I'm like they still had decent games, but there's probably had like 2 goals between those forwards and Ison.
Yeah. So the thing is, I mean, Kemp's had 6 shots on goal. I actually think that Fogarty will get an opportunity sooner rather than later. I think his form in the VFL is similar to what Blake Acres' form was. I know that, Fogarty seems to be not a popular name, but if you're going to talk about selection integrity, it's got to be consistent no matter who it is. The fact that he was the carryover emergency today says that he's inching closer. So I think that's an option there. Ashton's interesting because Ashton played in defence today. He didn't play forward at all. So
that would be a clear solution, Ashton Moyer. Yeah, I just feel like Zach Williams. I don't know what Williams' fitness is, but I just feel like a slight adjustment needs to be made there because it's not going to be every week that we can rely on these boys, Ainsworth and the midfielders kicking goals. But again, that's a different Carlton that we haven't got used to. Just we don't need to rely on Kerno kicking 5 goals or 6 goals.
True.
Yeah. And I think we can all breathe easy that, we're not. Are we missing Charlie Kerno now? Like, are we?
No, we're not. Because we lack depth in other areas.
Yeah.
Like our half forwards we had that issue last year. We were playing everyone as a half forward because we couldn't get it right. Yeah, it's an interesting point. Like, no, we don't miss him. We're evenly spread out on the field. It's a good point.
Would we have, there's a lot of would have, could have, whatever. Would we have probably a similar amount of wins? Most likely. With Kerno in that team, probably. Like, I don't know. I think there would have been further hate towards him. Just the non-running, jogging, all of that. So yeah, it's. I know we're not missing Koning, but it's really good to see. They've just really recruited well. Finally. Yeah.
No, I'm all said.
Anyway, but you enjoy your night. Make sure you go out or something because just enjoy the away trips, mate. Fucking. You've been through shit. Are you going to go out or not?
Nah, I mean, for me, that like going out, nothing's going to be as good as what that night was. The game.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But also, I've got an early flight tomorrow. Well, not early, like 8 o'clock. Coming home tomorrow. I'll actually probably do the review tonight after the fan cams and get it out like late night review. So, but yeah, I've got a few stories to share in the review. Just some full circle moments which are really bizarre, which I'm keen to get out there. But mate, thanks for calling in.
No, thanks, Tez. Enjoy your night. Up the baggers. Let's fucking go.
Baggers. See you, mate.
See you, mate. Bye.
All right. Eric. Hello, Eric. I can't hear you. I think you're on mute, maybe. I don't know if you're talking, but I can't hear you. You there? All right, I'll bring you out and maybe we can play it again. All right, I have to see this Piano Man thing, eh? I have to see it. Let's go. That's cool.
Sheriff, Cots, a successful trip to the Wild West.
It was, mate. It's nice to play with Blake again at the top level. It's been longer than a year now, so good run out with him.
Yeah, been about 2 years, I reckon, but one of my favourite teammates to play with.
Tell us about the hat.
Winning the Wild West, mate, so you got to buy into it. Country boy, brought out the harmonica after as well, so thanks for that, mate.
Yeah, also tell us about the harmonica.
Well, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I haven't played it for about a year, but I was happy to get it out and it sounded all right, I think.
What was your reaction when he started busting out a solo pre-song?
It was good. It was something different, and he done the song every time he's played, so it was good to have him back and doing the song again.
For yourself, mate, being back in the side, took a while to get back in, but you've played the last few weeks. What's it been like to be back in the second side?
It's great. I mean, I had good support down in the two, especially with Cots looking after me and guys like Fogarty and stuff. So we had a great group, and they supported me through it. I was hoping to get back in a bit quicker, but had to buy my time, same as Cots. But feel like we're getting some good benefit from it now as well.
What about the strut? What was that about?
Yeah, same before. I probably didn't expect to kick it. I just threw it on the boot and it went through. So, didn't have anything planned and just thought nonchalant. Is that a word? Nonchalant.
That's a word.
That's how I tried, yeah.
How happy were you to see him back in the team after such a...
Yeah, I gave him the goal. He could have got around me, but he was too busy doing the selfies. I love, as I said, he's my favourite teammate. I've always said that to him. Plays a selfless role for the team, and he got on it for us well tonight. So, great reward for effort for him. He's been working his ass off.
Who's pumped you up? You want to pump him up?
He's a super player. Like we said before, he's one of my favourite teammates as well. We all bouncing off each other. We're playing in the reserves, and it was really level-headed and full experience. Got me through, and he's someone that makes footy fun. So I love playing with him.
When you talk about being really close teammates, is that microphone hold an indication of that?
It's duo. This
is
combo or duo?
just something we got going last few weeks, so it's a combo thing.
Just finally, being in front of the Carlton fans, I know it was an away trip, but felt like a home game out there with the amount of noise. You must have loved it.
yeah, they turn out anywhere. It's nice to see the Blues mothers as well. I hope you got a photo of that, but they're carrying on too. They're probably the loudest in the house tonight, so it was good to have them.
Anyone you give a shout out to that's not your teammate next to you?
Wade Dirksen, thought he played awesome. I came across and intercepted the ball a ton of times, spoiled it. For such a young player, so not many games played yet as well. Him and Danny work so well together. Might be hard for Weeders to get back in, I reckon.
And just we'll look after him.
Yeah, we'll look after him in the twos.
That is bloody amazing. Amazing. All right, Eric, I'll try you again. You there?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Does it work? Fuck
Yeah.
yeah. What's going on?
Oh, mate, I'm good.
That's
Where are
great,
you?
man. Oh, just having a walk. Just had a drink tonight, watched the game, and yeah, pretty lit, you know. Up the fucking baggers, but yeah, how good's I only just caught to the fan cams now, but how good's Ollie Florin? Like when he comes in from the back line, like he's been deadly like the last month. Like I feel like he's underrated, but
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's a tough guy, he's a skillful guy, and plays a role.
yeah, they really. It feels like they're just clicking together, and there's just genuine motivation in the group now, which is great to see.
Yeah.
But yeah. Other than that, like I think we've got a good run of games coming up, obviously, and I feel like like if we drop potentially 3 games, like we could potentially still get into the 10. So I think we'll be alright. I think this could be the year.
Yeah. Mate, they just got to chip away at it one week at a time and just keep stacking the wins.
Yeah, and some good undeveloped youth as well that are going to come in, and yeah, so many good things to look forward to after what we've all been through. Yeah, thanks for the channel and thanks for doing what you're doing. So come in and say good day, and yeah, appreciate it. Man.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the support. I hope you enjoy it.
Cheers. Yeah, you too. All right, until next time. See you, Taz.
Go Blues. See you, man. All right. Back to the UK because Tony's here. Tony.
Hello, Terry. How are we doing? I've got a special guest here. Guest.
Hello.
So a fellow countryman of yours, a fellow Greek.
G'day, Terry. I'm Don. Long-time listener, first-time call. I'm a crazy Carlton nuff as well. Grew up at Optus Oval. Anthony and I have been mates for 20 years. I live in Switzerland. I've come to visit him for the weekend.
Oh, mate. We've had Denmark, Paris, or France, UK, Vietnam, Thailand. It's been a real world affair tonight. It's good.
Yeah, so we had the pleasure of watching the game at 7 in the morning, and we were reflecting. We haven't watched a Carlton win together in over 9 years, isn't it?
Yeah, 2017. I'm going to say 2017.
Yeah, something like that.
Carlton Essendon 2017 game. That was this has been our first win since then.
Wow.
What's happened since then?
What'd you think?
Well, for me, comprehensive, similar to what I've been saying in the previous couple of weeks. We didn't get beaten by what we know, and that is coaching. Ash didn't do much. Callahan didn't do much. They had the numbers. Whitfield usually tears us up, and he was cramping at the end because Cottrell did a number on him. We were able to control the play. We were able to defend strong. I think Durka had a bit of a shaky start, but then came into it and had a few good moments. Florent Hayward worked his way into the game. So we got to see ball control. We got to see absolute clearance domination and territory domination. We just couldn't hit a barn door. There was one point where we had 21 forward entries to like 8, and just couldn't put it on the scoreboard. And then the umpires decided, let's just try and play with the momentum there and pay a spoil as a mark. And but I don't want to say too much, Terry, because the AFL might fine you. They might fine the channel for giving some constructive criticism to the AFL umpiring standard.
Yeah, how about that, mate? We don't want that. But also, fuck it.
Yeah. What do you think, Tom?
What do I think? I thought it was quite comforting from a fan's perspective. I was saying to Anthony during the game, I wouldn't have minded if we did not get up, because the way they played with a sense of cohesion and structure that hitherto in 15, 20 years of arguably not following it as closely as I should have. I hadn't seen, such that it wasn't that dependent on 3 or 4 individuals. Even though we were controlling the game for 70-80% of the time, the Giants got a few lucky goals in the third. But it was a sign of a mature team that were able to weather that storm, for lack of a better term, and put them away in the last quarter. So a combination of maturity and system was a delight to see. And I was expecting Whitfield, Ash, Callaghan to take the absolute PI 55, running through the middle through the orange tsunami, as Jared Healy often refers to it. And that was a pleasant surprise. So it showed me that for the first time in arguably 15, 20 years, we have a coach that plans and can structure a game plan and drill teams accordingly. So it was a delight to see. And despite the fact that there were some guys like we haven't been following today, but guys like Jack Ison were really struggling, probably due a rest. But beyond that, it was promising.
Yeah. The only thing I'd say is probably Brody Kemp needs a double leg transplant, if not brain transplant. He works hard and we appreciate that valiant fight and effort. But 1 goal 5 when we're dominating territory, it's just, 1, a lack of execution and lack of fundamentals, but 2, just a lack of game sense to be able to take those opportunities when you have them on the canvas. So that's another one. But got to see some good ruck work from Pitto. I think last year we didn't have Pitto against Briggs, and Briggs was a big boy and just dominated around the centre. But Pitto had his number there, and we just absolutely smacked him. Jagger once again, quick hands, quick feet, being able to spoil, be there, keep his feet. More importantly, keep his feet where people were slipping over. So, and Cottrell coming back to the side. And look, Akers coming back gives that stability and structure to hold that shape. He led to a couple of goals. He had that forward pressure on the far side wing going to the right of screen. And then he led, which I think led to the Frankie goal and then, no, Ainsworth goal, and then led to the Cottrell goal as well. That forward pressure, which, looking at what Fraser has done in this past 5 weeks, it really makes you question the competence or the lack of competence of the Carlton Football Club as to why they couldn't see the failings of Voss for so long. Now, everyone's making it out to be like Fraser is this Lee Matthews reincarnated. I think he's just really good at development, and he's actually doing what a coach should do, which is play to your strengths, give the freedom, and stop what kills you from the opposition, which is what we've never done. And the way he speaks and all of that is just, what the hell has the Carlton Football Club been doing for, even back to Teague and all of that, for then this to be happening in 5 weeks and 5 games against a good range of opposition. You know, last week we went down to Essendon's level and pulled it out. But this was another dangerous team that have a lot of speed and a good coach that arguably should be Carlton's coach. But that's what watching this past 5 weeks makes me question, what the hell do the PhDs do at Carlton if this is what we've seen in the last 5 weeks? What have they missed for all these years?
And seeing a lot of there were some moments in the game where guys like Florent and Hayward, senior guys that have come from good systems, really steadied the ship in many respects and made really good decisions under considerable heat when the moment demanded it, where previous incarnations of Carlton teams might have folded, or previous other people that were occupying those positions might have acted differently. Anthony, would you say?
Yeah, 100%.
So that was.
Yeah, I think especially to that point, that third quarter where gained ascendancy, lost the lead, let it slip. The Carlton of a few months ago, we're in our heads and we lose our bundle. I don't know if we gain the lead again after dropping it. We were very fragile mentally when things wouldn't go our way. We weren't able to regroup and refresh mentally. Question: do you think the fact that Josh Fraser coaches from the box is a factor at all in this, or is it just a coincidence?
For me, I like to think that the box gives you the best, because it's a team now. It's not a single coach with Parkin and that's it. It's a coaching unit, and those individual coaches arguably understand their line groups better than the head coach does. So being in the box, and you can see it when they cut to him, he's making his notes, he's talking to them, and that's what a coaching cohort should do. You are relying on your lieutenants to be able to understand their role, coach those line groups, and then for them to figure out what the issues are and then come together on a decision. You can do that from the box, which is much easier. You turn, how you going, what's going on. Voss, and we know the point of going down to the ground level is to give him a rev up, no more carrots, give them the stick, and okay, you go back up to the box. That's why I like being at the box, because you can actually see who's, I know it's not directly behind the goals, but you get that vision. They code the game in real time. You can see how the structure's going, who's sagging off, plus the stats, and you all get to come together. I like the box better than the ground level.
I take the view that Voss is probably a motivator at heart and a tactician second, and that was manifest in his decision to coach from the ground, whereas Fraser's got like a true composer, an architect of sorts. He's got Lee Adams to his left, Ash Hansen to his right, and playing to his strengths in that regard. So that's what I'd add to that.
Take the box.
Yeah. No, I like it. Damn, you might need to think about September, mate.
I don't know. Flights are expensive, fuel crisis. I don't know. We'll have to see.
I think it's just a sense of regardless of results, mate. I think it's fantastic to see for fans like us. Like it's good to see them play to a system and a structure under Teague, Malthouse, Bolton, Ratton. You didn't really have that, and now it's like it doesn't actually matter who plays. Like Dirksen was shocking at times. Like I said, Ison was terrible at times, but it didn't fundamentally matter, and that was, for me, that's significant. And that gives that enables guys like Cripps, Walsh, and Jagger to really stand out. So you've said this during the game, like the bottom six.
Bottom six, and it's like anything. You want to have consistency, and Carlton have always never had that consistency. It's always rooting the stars and chasing the stars, and we saw that with Cripps giving up. Instead of giving the quick handball, I think it was third quarter when they had that run. Cripps took on the contact, got holding the ball, and turned a turnover at centre half back when he should have given the quick hands to Akers. That's a insight into that mentality of Carlton of old, where it's just like, well, I've got to save the day. What we're seeing here is that bottom six coming to fruition, being a bit more consistent, which comes from coaching, structure, confidence, knowing their role, playing them in the right positions, and being able to develop those fundamentals, develop those skills to then allow them the ability, or give them the best environment, capabilities to then perform, rather than Voss, whatever the hell he was doing in previous iterations, which has always been chase. Cripps will do it, Judd will do it, Cooter will do it, we grew up at Princes Park. We saw the lows of the lows and some of the highs of the highs, and we haven't had that consistent. And I know it's been 5 weeks, and this is where it's different to 23. I don't want people to get sucked into and still not forget that we are in a shit position as a club, and we've still got no coach, a football department that needs to be filled and fixed, head of list manager that's no longer there, and a national recruiting manager, along other things. But what we've seen in these 5 weeks is, wow, when you have a competent coach and when you allow that space for players to play where they need to, why do Carlton make it so difficult? Why is it that Carlton always love to make the easy seem impossible? When you watch a Hawthorn, you watch a Richmond, Richmond, they were good. You watch Geelong, it's just like, wow, they hit a 15-meter target, and didn't have your heart in the mouth.
No,
and that's what we've seen in the past 5 weeks.
This felt like a lot. My fondest, most formative memories of Carlton from 98 to 2001 or so, Optus Oval, going there, you're going to win every week. And this game had a bit of a hallmark of that, because I knew that regardless of what comes, they're going to probably win. And even though the other side might have their little block, just the way the tide of the play went, you knew that, Carlton's coming to the Heatley stand in the final quarter. We're going to bring it back. There was a little bit of that around it. So they really kept their heads. It was really good to see. Yeah.
There seems to be something building, but again, it's just a microcosm, and we're only in this position because the year's gone to absolute shit. So, but it's some positive signs there that we can take into the rest of the year, and also into the next preseason as we continue to add to the squad.
Yeah, mate, love it. That was great. That was a great summary. That was you guys need your own show.
Bring the special guest to the special guest.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Hey, that was fucking awesome.
Hey, well, until next time, Terry. Well, hopefully.
Wait, so what happens next week? 1:15 p.m. Melbourne time. What time is that for you?
Well, that's 5 a.m. for you.
For me, it's Zurich. Zurich is 8 hours behind, and for you, it's an hour behind me.
So it'll be 4:15 a.m. for me and 5:15 a.m. for you.
me.
Might watch it on delay, so you'll see.
Yeah.
Just don't message me, Terry. It'll be all right.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
Very good, lads. Well, yeah, thanks for calling in, Dom. Lovely to meet you. Thanks for your contribution and for your support. And go Blues.
Likewise, mate. Go the Baggers.
See you later.
See you, boys. That was fucking awesome. That was I feel like I was in a trance. Like that was just flow state. That was bloody brilliant. Great call, lads. All right, Josh Fraser, get in here, mate. Let's do a bit of Josh Fraser. See if this works. I hope it works. Well, I hope it doesn't get struck, but we'll see.
Josh, this head coaching gig must seem pretty fun. 5 wins from 5 to start. How did you kind of see that performance out there tonight?
It's always hard to compare, but probably some recency bias. I thought it was as well as we played, particularly when you consider playing away from home, the opposition we were playing, and having to be really well prepared for what their best football looked like. And then the preparation's one part, but then being able to go and execute. And then to be challenged at different stages in the game, particularly in the second half, and then to stay as well connected as I've seen us all year. Continue to back in our system, and for players to have really important moments. I thought it was one of our better performances.
Cripper and Walsh were obviously massive in the middle, as was George Hewitt, I think, plus 10 in the centre clearances in the end.
Yeah.
How important was getting that momentum around the centre of the ground, and I think 60 plus 6 seconds of 50s as well by the end of the day?
Yeah, and stoppage contest has been a cornerstone of the football club for a while. So whilst we're growing other parts of our game, that has to remain a strength. And we've got players that are really good in that part of the ground. So what I'm enjoying at the moment is our senior players are getting challenged to get better and find ways to get better. And they've been doing that really well, and sort of it's being set up through the work they're doing during the week. But for them to take ownership game day and get their jobs done has been really important for us.
Obviously, it's been a massive turnaround to go from 1 win from 9 matches to 5 straight. Looking back, I guess, on the last 5 weeks since you took over, did you feel like you've done anything particular to get these sort of performances, or is it very much just being potentially a fresh voice and they've always had this kind of performance in them?
It's been really deliberate the way we've gone after certain parts of our game, and we've had a strong focus on walking to the club on any given day and getting better. And that's a holistic approach to everything we're doing, regardless of whether you're a young player, an old player, a staff member, a coach. We're all on this journey of trying to grow and get better. And as I've said previously, at the end of this, we want to make sure the club's better prepared and better set up. We've shined a light on certain things around managing moments and what that looks like and how we stay connected and how little things in the game can help us stay connected. So we've been really deliberate with that. And then, again, I think the work our coaching group's doing, the work our leadership group's doing in terms of how we set a game up and then go in with the confidence to be able to execute. So it's been really deliberate the way we've gone after it in the last 5 weeks. And we're seeing some more consistency off the back of that.
Talk about being deliberate. Do you openly talk about hunting a final spot in full belief?
We haven't openly spoken about that. And my experience suggests that once you start to lift your eyes too much, you can take your focus away from what's got you into a position where you have shown signs of improvement. I'm really comfortable that that's our path forward. Games like this afternoon or this evening continue to build belief. But then, for us, it's important how we front up and do Monday really well, and how we train Tuesday, and how we prepare Thursday. For me, that's the process for us getting some of the results we've had. But we've got work to do. Like we understand we've got work in front of us, but I'm very process orientated, and I think that'll hold us in good stead.
As Lockie said, it looked like fun out there. Are you having fun?
I'm trying to. Yeah, it wasn't as fun at times tonight. Just, again, they challenge you in different ways. I mean, they've got some elite players across the field, and I thought our coaching group operated really well tonight. The assistant coaches and the way they're managing the game and the way they're seeing things and the way they're communicating with players. I thought our coaching group did a great job. But you find joy in the wins, and for me, it's you finding joy. The winning's the outcome, but you sort of finding joy when you reflect on the process to get that result, and that's what our players are starting to embrace as well.
Obviously, Jacob Wiedering. How impressed were you with Wade stepping up there?
I loved Wade's game. I thought he was terrific, and their backline's been quite strong all year, and we're trying to grow this more team defence system, if you like. So we're not sort of exposing our defenders, but there are times when they do get exposed in contests, and I thought Wade tonight was exceptional in that space. It's great to see him enjoying his footy. He's building confidence and belief. players love him. He fits into the group really well, so I was really happy for him.
Also a clutch goal from Sam Walsh at 3/4 time as well. I guess what was the message to the group at 3/4 time? This side maybe hasn't been able to finish off games previously this season.
We spoke about, in a funny way, that we couldn't have asked for a better script being in that position, and the fact that what they threw at us, the way Walshy was able to take his moment at 3/4 time, understanding what they would throw at us again in the last quarter, it was going to be a great test for us. And again, this is where I've seen the growth in this group, where we, the occasion or the moment doesn't get too big for us, or hasn't in recent time, and we've been able to manage that. Now we've got bigger challenges ahead, but tonight in isolation, the players and the way they led and their moments and the connection they had on field, I thought was terrific.
And with Wiedering out as well, I think there were some question marks over your defence and how young it is. How proud of you with that group tonight?
Yeah, Harry Dean doesn't play like a young player, does he? Billy Wilson, still relatively inexperienced. He had some really important moments for us. It's worth acknowledging the experienced guys who are standing up and playing really important roles also. Again, in terms of making sure the club's better placed when this finishes, that's building depth in our list and building capacity. And Weeders has been a terrific player for us. Goes out through injury. Wade Dirksen comes in, plays his role. So Matty Cottrell comes in and plays his role. So that stuff's really important, and that's why the way we perform at VFL level and the way we train, the training standards, all that stuff goes into the mix for us. But it's such a pleasing result. Again, I mean, in some ways it felt like a home game. Like our supporters are coming along for the ride at the moment, which is fantastic. We appreciate everything they're doing for us, and we get a chance to go and play in front of them next week again in Melbourne.
You said in terms of finals, you're almost not talking about that openly, but for yourself individually, is thinking long term about this job something you've entertained at all yet?
Not at all. Not at all. Apart from answering the question, which I'm happy to continue to do, but I haven't lifted my eyes at all. I don't see the need to. So I'm enjoying this opportunity. I'm enjoying the challenge of continuing to get better personally, help our club get better. But no, I haven't lifted them any further than that.
And how important is the nurturing the belief that this group has now got over the last 5 games in terms of carrying that momentum? Clearly, they don't lack motivation out there. You've got some pretty inspirational leaders, as you kind of singled them out before. But do you feel like you have to do anything, or is this group sort of individually motivated and motivated as a team to keep pushing?
I think the boys coming from the work we're putting in, and my job game day is almost to reinforce that and show evidence of that. Clearly, we've got plans going into each week the way we want to play. And tonight was a lot about taking away the Giants' ability to run and use their forward handball, and so the system had to stack up. But again, being really deliberate with setting that up during the week and training it, and then showing evidence of it. And I think we're building belief through that. So coaching group plays a part in it, but I think it's the evidence we can put in front of the players.
You touched on Matty Cottrell. Are you just impressed with his harmonica playing skills?
Yeah, that was a surprise to me. Yeah, I think he's a man of many talents, some which are a little bit quirky, but he's so good for the group. Like he's a great connector in the group. He brings great energy, the way he plays. And we need him to continue to play the way he did tonight. That's his responsibility, like everyone else when they're in the side, to play their role. But it's great that he could bring some fun to us in the post-game.
Where did the harmonica come from? Was it like hidden in his sock?
I have no idea. Yeah, it's a good question. I need to follow up with him. I think I saw him with an Akuba on as well at some point. So it's good to see him having some fun.
Is Wiedering pretty much on track to return?
My understanding is he'll train fully this week and push for selection. Again, with anyone that's coming back from injury, we want to make sure we're doing the right thing by the player and the team. So, we're hopeful that he puts his hand up for selection, but we'll wait and see as the week unfolds.
Any concerns about the match injury?
No, not that I'm aware of. No, I think clean bill of health, which is great. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Wow.
Let's get down to the Carlton rooms. One of the stars tonight, always kind with his time, Sam Walsh. He's standing alongside you, Michael Robertson.
Guys, I am down here with Sam Walsh. The rooms are absolutely electric right now. They are going nuts down here. Sam, 5 in a row. Are you guys really starting to believe that this season could turn around and become something pretty excellent?
Yeah, look, it's first of all great to get 5 in a row, and particularly coming off the bye, you always are wary that you don't want to start sluggish. And I thought, even though it was quick that first quarter, we gave ourselves chances, and from there, a really positive game. But look, when you're in the rhythm like this, you're not even thinking too far ahead, which is a great thing. So we just got to keep at it. Like the way we're setting up our weeks has been good fun. So it's really enjoyable playing at the moment.
And for all the kids playing at home, GWS really coming back at the end of that third quarter, and you're sitting there with the ball in your hand as the siren goes. What's going through your head as you line up for the goal?
Yeah, well, I was, to be honest, at the top of my mark, I was probably feeling the pinch a bit, and then I just told myself to relax. Been doing a fair bit of work on my finish. It's probably let me down a bit this year, so I was happy to kick through the ball and hit it pretty sweet. So I was pretty pumped, as you can probably tell by the celebration. But the boys got around me, which is always a good feeling.
Sam, Lib here, the harmonica, has that just come out tonight, or has that been around the traps for the last 4 wins?
No, it's just come out tonight. But the pretty cool backstory to that is Matty Cottrell's battled injury probably the past 2 years and a bit of a heartbeat of our team. But throughout rehab, he bought himself a harmonica, and from there, learned a few songs, and he's done it pretty tough. But for him to come out and play the way he did today and back himself in, and as I said, he's real contagious for the energy he brings to the group. So actually, that's probably the character of Cots. What he showed on the harmonica was great.
It sounded good. It sounded really good. Do that every week. Now, what's Fraser offered in the last couple of weeks? You just seem like you're enjoying your footy. You're playing free. Can you give us a little bit of an insight into the four walls?
Yeah, the big thing with Fraser is we obviously been working pretty hard on our system since pre-season, and I think the thing that he's kept on adding as well is just how we look damaging and how we bring our strengths to the game. And from there, I think he's really good with his relationships and gives guys confidence. And the biggest thing as well, like I think we were probably at the start of the year holding on a bit tight. So when there's moments there like there was at the third quarter, you've got an option to choose to keep going at the game or sort of go back into your shell. And I think as leaders, we've tried to change that mindset and really drive the game forward and keep attacking it.
Hey, Walshy, it's Sloaney here, mate. Well done again. It's been an unbelievable month and a half of footy from you guys. Halfway through that last quarter, I reckon you guys shifted a little gear. It was about 9-minute mark. You just changed gear. You were involved. It was a chip mark passage. You still went forward. Harry ended up kicking a goal. But I reckon that just showed the growth of the group. Was there talk around actually just challenging them, I suppose, defensively and owning a bit of possession at that type of the game?
Yeah, spot on, Sloaney. I think, you picked up on it well there. I thought in the third quarter we were actually winning the ball back well, but we probably kept on chucking it on our boot and feeding a bit of their ball movement, particularly that D-mid turnover. They probably got 2 or 3 goals out of that. So at three-quarter time, we've sort of been better the past sort of couple of months of going into solution-based footy. And from there, we said, look, there's opportunities to own the ball, shift angles, and I think that composure really set us up late. And it's honestly draining for our other team, as you know, if you keep on shifting the defence and open up the 50.
And you're spot on. And then I heard you guys talk during the week, and the leaders got together and spoke about a week-by-week mentality and not looking at finals or wildcard round yet.
Yeah, it's pretty loud down here, but was that the question about, like, talk about finals, was it? Or?
Yeah, week by week, instead of having a focus on finals.
Yeah, it's look, it's obviously, for us, it hasn't even come into our conversation. The best thing that we've been focused on is, like, how can we get better each week? And look, we were probably a bit disappointed with quarters of footy against Essendon. And I thought the way that we come out of the bye and trained pretty hard during the week, and like even after tonight, there'll be growth. So I think if you keep on looking at that, you sort of stay in the zone. And at the end of the day, I feel like if you force things and talk about trying to do it, then it rarely happens. You've got to worry about what you bring to the table. And AFL footy, that's a big thing.
Sam, it can be hard backing up week after week. You start the season with just 1 win from 9 games, and then you win 5 in a row. Does that winning, I guess, in some ways breed winning as well and instill confidence in the younger members of the group? I mean, there's no better example than Jack Ison starts his career 5 and zip.
Yeah, I do believe it gets contagious winning habits, and sometimes it's a pretty hard thing to break when you, particularly when we start the year and we probably find ways to lose games. But the other thing is, like, as leaders, we're trying to drive those winning habits because it hasn't been a thing at this club probably that consistency, and like we're still a long way from that. It's keeping up that bit. Those younger boys have added. They've got a love for footy and love for the game. So even if it gets hard during the week or out in the game, if you draw back on that, then I think you've got a pretty connected, strong group.
We'll keep going with it, mate. Hey, I just had a quick look at your the fixture for the rest of the year. You guys don't leave Melbourne. You play 9 games at home in a row. I would have done anything to never leave Adelaide. That's a great run.
Yeah, it is a great run. Not to play devil's advocate, but early in the year we were travelling a lot. Like had Freo away, Brisbane away, Adelaide gather round. So to stick in there and probably when Frey sort of took over, just keep on sort of keeping at it. And I think the biggest thing for us is in the run home. It's all in our hands, but we just got to keep driving each other.
Don't worry about him, Walshy. These ex-Crows players, they always find something to whinge about. Mate, congratulations.
I'll say it's a good thing. I love it.
Sorry, I got a bit defensive then.
No, I was speaking to Boki the other day. Boki couldn't believe it. He goes, mate, I've never had a period like this where I don't have to leave the state.
Mate,
it's not bad. It's not bad. We'll take it.
Congratulations, Sam. It's enjoyable to watch. Good luck next week. Thanks for your time on 3AW.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks, sir.
Wow. That was one of the more insightful post-game interviews I've seen. We'll listen to, I should say. All right. My goodness. 5 in a row. Coming out of the bye, they got it done. That was fantastic. That was a really, really good night and a good memory. And I look forward to probably not ever coming back here again. I don't know. Maybe I will. We'll see how we go. But I was very intrigued when I would return back to this place. But anyway, I'll touch on that in the review. I look forward to it. I'm gonna love you and leave you all. I'm gonna film my review right now because I've got an early flight tomorrow morning. But that was awesome. Gav, absolutely. We are on the run. We are on a run. And we just got to enjoy it because we look to have finally found the sweet spot of confidence and momentum. And now we just got to get behind them. Someone made a comment earlier. It was right. I really like this as a fan base. Let's get around Kemp. Gets in the spots, but he'd feel that tonight. He needs confidence. Let's not bag him out. It's coming, mate. 100%. I think that's very well said. That's the power of what we could do. Give him some confidence. Because if he's got confidence in his kicking and he's converting and he's kicking 2 or 3 more of those 6 or 5 misses that he had tonight, then we've got a pretty special player on our hands and a pretty special night. Anyway, have a good one, guys. Good night. Stay safe. Love you all. Go Blues.